Hello, everybody! Welcome to the first episode of our Variety Pack podcast. My name is Richard. Lots of childhood. With me today, I have my good buddies.
Oh, are we just not acknowledging that Kayla's here?
Oh, right, and Kayla. I'm sorry. She was pretty quiet for a minute.
Surprise guest on the first episode.
Surprise
Yeah.
guest, first podcast. Oh, gosh.
Really need an introduction, am I right?
So,
Take the floor.
so, I'm the one that's being referred to as Abby. Hi, but we have dissociative identity disorder. For those who don't know what that is, that means I have multiple personalities, and it's a blackout between which personality. So when one personality is dominant, the others don't really remember much. I'm not Abby. I'm one of the other personalities. I go by Lev. There's 9 of us. So this is a fun little ride that we're on.
Plan this shit for a week and then you're out.
more than a week if I look at the messages correctly.
Honestly, yeah, no, this shit has been going on for like a month.
Of course this
honestly.
happens. But yeah, no. So have fun meeting all of us over the however long we keep this going.
Alright,
Passing it off to you.
I'm Iggy. I have a really dark sense of humor. I also have like some sort of like verbal dyslexia sometimes, but like whatever. And I'm also like Abby's roommate. And so
That is also
yeah. Woo!
Ooh.
And then Kayla's our other roommate.
All right,
and
Kayla.
She's here for the ride.
Wanna say
Yeah, she's
hi?
here for the ride.
What?
She's what?
Look, she's playing Genshin Impact right now. If you guys wanna.
She's paying half attention to us.
But
It's
No,
fine.
I'm
We're not
actually
important.
It's okay. I'm used to that.
working really hard right now listening. You might not believe me,
And
But-
Genshin takes a lot of content.
not really.
It does.
Oh.
Just
Wow.
to prove it wrong, I'm gonna just prove that. I'm gonna play some Dark Souls while we're fucking doing this.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because I can play Dark Souls in my sleep. So
Fair enough.
Oh,
Fair
that's
enough.
right. Hang on. Let's see. What game can I play in my sleep?
I can't
Too
do
many.
this.
I don't want to. I'm not making that decision.
so yeah, no, like so
Do I get an introduction? Can I introduce myself?
yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
I'm Kayla. I am the main roommate.
The main roommate. Yeah, no. My ex-girlfriend, Iggy's current girlfriend.
That
Wait.
ain't all sorts of fucked up. I don't know what is.
Yeah, I know, right? But like, so how do you want to introduce yourself?
What?
Lev kind of like talked over you.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
I am the only sane one in the house.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
That's fine.
In a way.
In a way.
It's accurate shots.
No, it's
I
accurate
have-
shots. It's not shots fired. It's accurate shots.
I have ADHD, which is very fucking irritating for both of them, I guess.
It's when it comes to planning things, yes. But continue.
I'm saying more than both of y'all said. I don't.
Fair. Ooh.
Kayla, although like she knows.
Oh,
me
we will
sometimes.
delve into my issues eventually.
Yeah,
some
eventually,
point.
yeah.
But we're gonna
But
have a great.
Kayla like is one of the most like vigorous people about absolutely anything. Honestly, she always puts her heart into absolute absolutely everything that she finds. As soon as it's got her attention, she's like, "This is how it's done," and it's the honest truth of how it's done.
We need
Love
more
you,
people.
honey. Is that not how I should describe you?
Gun is at the back of his head.
Walks in
Just
the room,
feels that
slaps
cold
me.
metal at the back of his head. Should I have described you differently? Did I mess up now? It's a little late to be asking this, but I'm gonna ask it anyway.
That's the end of the first episode. We lost one.
Weird.
just hear gunshot. Well, and that's the end of the episode. Oh.
Oh,
Because my cousin got guns for Christmas, but she says that she'd never let me have a gun. Like, what-
Dude, because you would literally just be like, "I'm gonna shoot this," and just shoot it. Like,
I mean,
middle of the night. Pop! I went to get a snack, guys.
exactly. Like, no, like. The funny thing is, Richard, that's not a fucking lie, dude.
Oh,
Like-
no.
Like, legit, we've been like on our way out of like going to do something, and she's like, "Ooh, my pet rat," and like spends like 3 minutes with her pet rat. And like, it's a whole process to like get out of the house sometimes, because it's just like, "Ooh, this," and
then
it's
there's
like,
my interaction with you guys leaving the house, where it's literally I wake up, they're gone the entire day. I see them around midnight. What happened?
exactly.
Where did you guys go? I have no idea.
where
We're not-
did it go?
So that's genuinely happened on a couple different occasions, where it's just
Don't leave a
they
little note.
vanished. Oh no, I've got no fucking clue. But I also don't message them to ask, so
Fair.
Yeah, it's like no fucks given.
Oh, no.
Not a single fuck.
Cool.
No,
no, I just stay in my room the entire time anyways.
Even better.
At least when I'm out, that's what we do.
They leave the room like, I want to say like 10 times a week. Without including
I have
bathroom.
to leave.
Without
I was
bathroom.
gonna say,
Without
we-
bathroom including.
Okay, if you're not including going to the bathroom,
Excuse me.
maybe. I genuinely don't
Wait.
know.
Yeah.
I can't speak for it. I'm not out for long enough periods of time to know.
Usually when you're out, it's more like I want meat. I'm
Yeah.
hungry.
Speaking of which,
Every anime can.
I want meat.
Garbage.
Damn it.
We have the meat.
That's some fried
No, like
spam.
there's an empty bowl of like that had been food in here, but it's empty when I got out. So I'm just like, well, that's pissing me off. And then all we have is just like chips and crackers for snacks in here. So that's not any meat.
Yeah, no, I said
Abby
I
has
was gonna eat
disappointed
pizza.
me.
No, it's gonna get a lot worse, Lev. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's
What do you
going to
mean?
get worse, you say. You tell me it's gonna get worse. That just means it's gonna get worse for everyone else.
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
we're gonna be switching to like, veggies and fruits.
I swear, if you tell me we're going vegan
No,
or
We're not
anything
going
like
vegan, we're
I
not going
will
vegan,
burn this
just-
house down.
We're not going to do the. Let me explain. Because we're the reason.
Okay.
I'm the reason. So I have a condition. Like I have multiple that kind of make me sensitive to certain foods. But because of my ADHD, I reject those foods that are actually good for me. But I can't eat anything that's like super acidic. I really need to cut out the cheese in my life, which I don't actually think I will. But I'm just saying I probably
it's
need
delicious.
to.
I refuse to cut out cheese.
I think it's like it doesn't even like. Okay, this,
I will eat a whole block of Swiss right now.
It just depends on like the type of cheese, I guess.
I love like
Richard's
the primary
just sitting
content.
here like, just
I
sitting
like
here
the-
like, what is happening?
Oh no!
The
this is
primary
great.
content for this fucking opening like podcast is just us interacting as room.
That's a good introduction. You can't, like,
No,
fully
it's a good way to get to know
Yeah.
people.
get a feel.
How do you guys interact as roommates? Terribly. It's
If this is terribly,
no,
it
we
must be
have good interaction, I think.
Like as friends, yeah.
Iggy cooks. I hide
I
in
like
my hole.
cooking.
I hide in my hole.
That's pretty much it. And
Yeah.
Kayla is the stabilizing factor.
No, I'm gonna once I start working, I'm gonna she's not gonna be the primary stabilizing factor though, because I really need work to stabilize myself. Period, because I need to have consistency throughout shit in order to be my stabilizing factor. It's really fucked up that I'm dating somebody with ADHD.
Okay,
and I love her to death.
let me get this straight real quick. Just given the current situation that we all have, where we're all Kayla's, working already, and then you're going to get back to work, which will help you stabilize, and then I'm having to find work, which is destabilizing. So it's you two are getting more stable. I am unstabilizing.
I'm literally
That's
putting my
genius.
in this Friday at the job I'm currently at.
Yeah.
Because
she's
my
quitting.
job is shit.
Oh well then.
good for you.
Anyway.
The reason
Do
why
we
is
want to
because
delve
we're-
into this can of worms? Probably not.
No.
Oh, I got fucked in Dark Souls. And I'm actually not gonna stay in the fight
Distractions.
because people actually fucking shit talk me if I stay in the fight.
First boss, just failing. It's fine.
Oh no, it's not the first boss. It's something else. It's quite a bit harder. than
You're
the
dying
first
to a
boss.
mob?
Just
Crystal
a
lizard?
single skeleton is walking up to him.
Don't fuck with
No,
a
it's a
skeleton.
giant crystal. Or I'll just say I died to the first crystal creature because I misplayed one of my rolls. So they know everybody else in this college just does not know what that is.
You might.
I know nothing about this.
Once upon a
Like,
time, you saw me get someone else.
yeah, well,
That's
it's-
fair.
fuck
If
it,
Bourne was to tune in on this, he'd just start ripping into you.
Yeah, honestly, dude. Bourne would sit there and just rip my asshole open.
Richard, quick, ping Bourne. Throw in the link.
Fuck you, Lev.
You're like, hey, Bourne,
Get him in here to roast Iggy.
Iggy needs roasted on the
Dude,
podcast.
he roasts everybody, and we've agreed to not let him in any of the
No.
Not the call. He can roast the chat all he wants.
I already sit there panicking every time I'm streaming with him.
Oh,
It's just, is this the day that I lose my affiliate status?
Exactly. It's just.
I think I've streamed with him once.
maybe you could
No, no, Bourne should not be in streams or podcasts because of his sense is just.
What if it's for an OnlyFans? Not the typical OnlyFans, but you gotta
No,
pay
like
to
a
get
gaming
roasted by
OnlyFans?
Bourne. Maybe one day.
You can't even say OnlyFans on TikTok anymore. You just say only OnlyFerns or some stupid shit.
Oscar Foxtrot.
Jesus Christ.
Huckster.
They're getting smarter, those TikTokers.
Or they just call
Or-
themselves accountants.
That one's
Or,
Because I'm an accountant.
or, Lev is very military orientated.
Orientated.
No, I have actually heard someone say Oscar Foxtrot for OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's that bodybuilder TikToker.
Oh, yeah, the one you showed me.
That's also yeah.
Oh, god
Anyway,
damn it.
Speaking of TikTokers, what's up with the trends lately of YouTubers boxing TikTokers and YouTubers boxing actual professional boxers for? I mean, financially,
You
it
mean
probably
Logan
helps them
Paul?
both. Yes.
Honestly though, what is going
I-
on with that with Logan Paul? Just what is he doing?
I have no idea.
I remember
I
people.
Iggy can jump in on this. He was supposed to slap box someone.
Yeah, no, he was
remember.
he was supposed to, Logan Paul was actually supposed to slapbox the Great Komatsky or Dumpling in the slapping championship.
Wait. Dumpling.
Dumpling, yes.
There's this champion named Dumpling. What the fuck?
The Great Komatsky is
Yeah,
also
the
known
Great
as
Komatsky.
Dumpling.
Oh,
I am done.
No, he actually backed out when Logan Paul actually like smacked somebody and knocked them straight out. Is when Logan Paul dropped out, realizing there could be like actual serious damage to somebody in these competitions.
wait, Logan Paul actually hurt somebody?
Yeah, no, like he was training to go into the professional like rings of slap boxing, and then in a training run, he slapped someone so hard that it knocked them out instantly.
And people are like, "Holy shit!"
And
fucking grab him.
the thing was, in that training, they weren't prepared for it, and so they had no one like there to catch him in case that happened. Meanwhile, in actual professional slap boxing, they have like three big dudes there to catch these guys when they do that because it happens.
Yeah, and they need
It's
three.
crazy.
They need 3 guys for this. Like, these guys are so fucking huge. It's insane. Like, it's actually insane. Just like how big these guys are. Like the Great Komatsky, like, was a farmer, and then he got into the slap fighting, and he's like this 300 to 400 pound dude. That's like 5 foot, like the same height as I am. I think actually. 5'10" or like 5'11" or some shit. Like he's not incredibly tall. He's just huge. Like he's built of muscle. And like Logan Paul was supposed to go up against him, and it was all because of Critical's videos. And Critical released a video that said, "I almost killed Logan Paul because I got into slap wrestling or whatever."
Yeah, yeah, because no, like Komatsky would have tore his head off.
Honestly,
it would not have been pretty.
Did you see like the African dude that he went against?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was
They're both having the borderline being carried out because of how much they rattled each other's brains.
Yeah, no, like they were like, it was like seeing God versus the devil. Like it was like
I don't know if I would make that comparison either.
No,
just because.
No, I'm not.
That's testy.
I understand that, but like, I mean, honestly, the God versus the devil thing, like, was honestly when the Great Komatsky knocked the fuck out of that dude who wanted to rematch him. And
I would say it was like watching 2 titans beating the crap out of each other.
Like Greek titans.
Yeah, like 2 of the Greek titans, like Kratos, like that type, like absolutely massive giant titans, just slapping the crap out of each other.
It was insane. Like
it was crazy.
like my fucking neck would have been broken if I got to experience one of those slaps. Like
even half of it.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh no, like it's actually really dangerous. And you think about it for a second here. We're talking about slapping, right? This isn't punching. This isn't boxing. It's not, ripping some dude's arm off with jujitsu or anything. It's slapping. Literally considered by stereotypes to be the like wimpiest, weakest type of hitting. And these people are like tearing people's heads off. Not actually, but it literally is. The impact is insane.
You can see
you
people
can see their whole face
it.
shaking, like with the impact. It's just ripples across.
Honestly, the like championship like stuff that happened between what is Point by Critical again. Yes, I watch a lot of Critical.
I love how we went off on this rabbit trail of slap boxing off of Logan Paul's boxing.
I mean, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't we? Like, he fucking pussied out.
Hugs or something?
Understandably, he would have fucking died.
Actually, wound up boxing someone. I can't remember the dude's name.
Oh no, it literally. I bet you money that Logan Paul paid that dude to lose, or like.
Well, I mean,
Like,
I remember looking at the stats, and Logan Paul hit like less than 50% of his punches thrown.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the other dude had like 80% connection.
Yeah, no, it was yeah. And then like, you fucking like throwing like slap boxing, right? And it's 100% on both sides. It may be 90%, but that's because the dude gave up. Like,
Yeah,
it is, you're standing across a table and you fucking smack a dude, and then you gotta tank a smack.
Oh, so I was gonna ask if they were unguarded, which, like...
It's completely unguarded. Like,
Oh,
it's
okay.
Completely
like,
unguarded.
So
You take a full swing on them, slap the crap out of them with one hit, then they get to take a full swing at you. And you just trade slaps back and forth until one of you is like, I'm done, or until like someone else is like, yeah, this dude's about to die if he takes another hit. We're calling it. That's literally how it stops. They've literally had to call matches because it's like, this dude doesn't want to admit defeat, but he is going to die with that.
His brain has been rattled too much. Like
it's not like he's not thinking straight, and that's why he's continuing. Is because his brain is no longer functioning.
Misha, actually, a Russian professional swimmer, hopped onto the slap fight competition or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he fucking put Papa in his fucking place. Actually, do you know who that is, Lev?
I do not.
I do not.
Oh my god, Papa, in his first video on Critical's channel, he's wearing this blue shirt, and he's bigger than the Kamatsky.
Well,
then. And it's just like, he put fucking Papa like down. Like, they took like the dude that was like the rival to Kamatsky and put him up against Papa, and Papa one slapped his shit. Like, the dude just didn't get concussed. There needed to be an actual new like medical definition for concussion honestly, for him getting concussed. Like, that dude was like, looked up and saw like cartoon shit, and that's what he was seeing. Like, that dude got smacked and he forgot the last hour. Like, he got fucked going against that
getting
dude.
slapped so hard that you genuinely get memory loss. That is beautiful. Terrifying, but beautiful.
Yeah, no, he was sitting there going like, oh, what's going on in the beginning of it, and then he got explained what happened to him, and he was like, I got my ass beat. Like, I got the shit slapped out of me. Like, it was a one slap thing. It wasn't like, like one and then like one and like a slap and like going back and forth. No, it was just, this dude got like the first time to slap and just knocked the dude out. Like, he was so concussed, and you can see it in his eyes when you look at it. It's insane.
Sorry,
anyways, let's move on from that.
Yeah.
From
the
like
wonderful world of slapboxing.
Let's see.
It's a beautiful, beautiful sport, but at the same time, don't do this at home, kids.
Don't do that.
Holy cow! Don't do this at home.
Make sure you have 911 on your like.
I thought you were about to say, make sure you have knives handy or something.
Yes, that's safer. Easily
That's
catched.
safer.
Knife hands.
Speaking of knives, hang on. Random side story that you never want to hear. In high school, did you guys ever play Spoons?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, and I played it with actual knives in school.
On prom night,
like
or
in,
my high school's version of prom, on prom night and the after party, we were playing Spoons. However, for some reason in this house, they decided not to have any spoons.
Oh, no.
The only thing that we could find were knives.
Oh no.
So we played Spoons with knives.
No, I only ever played the game with knives.
Don't ever recommend.
You're talking about like putting the knife like in front of your index finger and then like going in between your index. Oh, I thought
No.
that's all right. I never played spoons then.
Nice game.
That's the knife game. That's a completely different game.
Yeah, I was about to say like I thought it was like
Completely
a
different
pussy
rule
version of
sets?
the like spoons.
So what's spoons? How do you play it? Now I'm intrigued if it's not like the knife game.
No. With spoons, it's a card game, and once you get to a certain point in the game, it's literally like everyone dives and grabs the spoon, and whoever's without a spoon at the end.
It's like when you go to Black Friday at Walmart and you're trying to get those little towel things.
You sliced
no.
the fuck out of some people, didn't you? Like,
Oh, no.
Yeah,
everybody
no.
dives
Some
at a
of the
fucking
scars
knife.
on my arm are from that.
Jesus Christ.
It was beautiful. Mind you, this is a bunch of Christian school like high schoolers that's just at the end of prom night, they go home and everyone's diced up on their arms. I don't even know what some of the other kids had to deal with when they came home and their parents are like, "What were you doing? Cutting yourself? My baby!" No, I don't even know. It had to be terrifying.
Honestly, that sounds terrifying.
And no parents came after you?
No.
That's amazing. Right
although
there.
they did end up the next year. I heard that they did next year have significantly more supervision on the after party.
Fair.
Instead of what happened that night, which was literally we had nobody. It was purely just kids in that house.
I'll be back.
There
I have to go to the
there
bathroom.
wasn't a single
Okay.
like adult there to keep an eye on us for the entire night. I don't know what they were thinking would happen.
Not what I would have expected to happen. I was thinking 7 minutes of heaven or something for
Yeah,
kids,
no. That's what you'd think. Nope, instead we're all cutting each other up apparently.
That's how you really do it. Prove your toughness.
Yeah, pretty much. That's oh, no. Some of the girls got pretty aggressive in it actually.
I do not doubt it. People make the stereotypes and the jokes of girls being like dainty little things. No, you clearly do not know what force you tangle with. Some of them are ferocious. Actually, many of them are ferocious.
Yeah. Be careful of a woman scorned.
Hell hath no fury.
It's accurate with some women. And then but not everyone. Just like not all, masculine stereotypes are accurate to all men.
Right.
Gotta love it.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Stereotypes. Sometimes you're right, and sometimes you're not.
Yeah, no, that's the thing about stereotypes is that they're all based off of something, but at the same time, like, it's like you should never assume that anybody is following a stereotype.
Exactly.
Right.
Like,
I don't know
honestly,
what
if
they're
you
saying.
if you assume that,
Nope, hang on. I'm gonna put stop this right now.
Uh-oh.
Change the topic before we start delving into political stuff. Not
Okay.
on the first podcast, remember?
Right.
We're staying away
Oh.
from all this.
Ray Dog's in
We
here.
don't.
Oh shit,
We
Ray
don't
Dog's
wanna
in here?
die.
Yeah, I've been chatting with Chris. I wasn't sure what our policy would be on randomly interrupting the talks with messages. but I
Random
just wanted to
Interacting
let
with
you
the
know.
chat.
Yeah.
No, I mean we can interact with the
Yeah.
chat. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if Inky has it up, but I've been watching you talking with Chris the whole time.
Oh, no.
I haven't been, so.
Yeah, no,
I don't have
I've been
to
watching the
watch
chat
on
too.
my phone.
How you liking the first episode, Ray Dog? I hope it's well.
Yeah, hopefully you enjoy this. This is a thing.
Instead of just fucking us on fucking Vermintide, honestly.
You just get to hear us fuck ourselves with our words.
Yeah. Let's. God damn it. I can't.
So it's Ray Dog right now, not Raw Dog, right? Because she's not going.
It is Ray Dog because we're not
Ray
playing Vermintide.
Which, if you all ever get the
Maybe
chance,
I'll go
check out
for
Abby's
no.
or mine streams. for Vermintide, where Raydog loves to play the evil puppeteer.
No, I will say this from at least what I can recall, which is one session. It's gotten a little better than it used to be.
Yeah, no, it has. Honestly, you haven't been going raw dog.
Raydog used to just intentionally fuck us with every single, like without fail, every single choice she made was an attempt to sabotage. Now it is sometimes she is nice, and sometimes she says fuck you. It's just a roll of the dice on what mood she's in.
Lev, are you aware of like the new talents that were given to Carillion and actually like looked through them or anything?
Yes.
Yeah, no, they're.
Yes, I am aware.
All right.
I have played Vermintide once since
I know.
the new Carillion.
I know, and I was the one that recommended that. I just wanted to.
Yep.
Transition to the podcast.
I have a memory, motherfucker. Is it Abby's memory? No, thank God. I'll roast Abby right now. Abby's got a memory of a goldfish. Actually, worse, since apparently goldfish are better at remembering things than we thought.
I feel like
honestly, like.
I feel like me and Iggy will get stuck in a rough spot because we can't roast any of you because you're gonna remember something and someone's going to be mad somewhere and you'll get confused.
Oh no!
Oh no! When Hades was out for like the good month and a half, I was sitting there going like, Abby doesn't ever fucking like do anything around the house, and then the Hades does.
I feel like that's accurate. Let's see. Wasn't there one time that I ended up doing the dishes because Abby just wasn't?
Yes, you were out and like me and Kayla were like gone for the day, and we came back for the like being done, and like we were like, what?
Dishes? What are we just talking Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, and then like I think Kayla like messaged you and was like, hey, how are you doing? La da da da, and like asked you like, hey, what do you want? What do you want for dinner? And you're just like, meat. And that's when Kayla messaged me and said it's Lev, and that's like when I started cooking like I started trying to thaw the Wagyu beef that we got. We still have some of that, by the way.
Damn.
Ooh.
We have
definitely
Wagyu
cook some of
ground
that.
beef, and I was gonna like try and like make a burger to like make peace with you.
Why do you feel like you need to make peace with love?
Because statistically speaking, I am a violent personality. They're just on my good side.
Exactly.
Fair, I guess. Maintain
so, like,
that reputation.
I was gonna try to like, I was gonna try and like, like make like peace with you in a way, and like, because I don't like wanting you to mark me just to like, oh, well, you mark me as like safe. Like I want like. I don't want you to sit there and be like, oh, well, if this person is blah, 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 like, I should try to prove myself to every single one of them just to, like, I get a weird thing about me.
I'm gonna put it out there right now. The reason why people are on, like, I guess you could put it as, like, a mental list that's kept between the personalities on, like, hey, for the violent personalities, please don't hurt these people. 90% of them, it's because... hey, they're vital for our survival in general, so don't hurt them, or we're all screwed, regardless.
Because Iggy isn't vital.
So, in the background, Iggy and Kayla... Well, it sounds like Kayla knows she's vital, but Iggy's probably constantly like, oh fuck, how do I prove my usefulness so he doesn't off me from the island?
Not even that. I'm probably the most casual person around Lev. Honestly, and it's
I would say of there are two people that it's maybe three people that it's like I genuinely have no ill will towards these people, and it's not because they are vital to my survival. There's three, I'd say, maybe four.
I was gonna cook you like a bomb ass fucking Wagyu
I will say,
beef.
Hang on, did you just say something about? Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna.
No, he was talking about
say
Wagyu
what I
beef.
misheard.
But no, I was gonna make a bomb ass Wagyu beef burger with some garlic aioli toasted into the bun. So
Oh my god,
Ooh.
Iggy.
Yeah, no, I know how to make good.
Not
I know how to make a good burger.
Fucking food temptress.
And here we have Iggy the cook.
I mean,
You cook are very like subpar though.
Ooh.
But I know what they
to
do.
you.
Ooh. Okay, I will say this: are all of your dishes my favorite? No. Are they? Can I appreciate how some of them are well crafted? Sure. Just not all of them are my type. Just like not all of them are Abby's type or Kayla's type.
No.
But
I won't ever
I
state
still
that.
know that we can appreciate the craft that went into cooking it. You know, it's just like for instance, for instance, Gordon Ramsay goes around tasting all kinds of food. Is every single one of those foods that he eats at places like his type of food? I can guarantee not. But the reason he does is he can appreciate the craft put into it.
Exactly.
He can tell if, hey, this may not be my cup of tea, but this is still well made, or this is absolute dog shit.
Honestly, in the first
AKA
couple
kitchen
of months,
nightmares.
honestly, in the first couple of months of living with you guys, I was sitting there and just like testing the waters. Like, you know, like I'd cook something that's like, oh, if you don't like it, blah blah blah. And it's like, all right, well, I'll move on.
He
to the
really
next
likes
dish.
to use blah blah blah.
Roast them.
I am noticing this. If you don't want to, if you just don't want to finish the sentence, you just blah blah blah.
I mean,
Yeah, but you can finish the sentence for yourself. I think
yeah.
you're intelligent enough.
that's fair.
Bold of you to
I don't know. That depends. That depends on
Bold to use to assume that I'm intelligent enough, Kayla. Is that what you were gonna say?
It depends on who you're asking, whether I'm intelligent or who you're asking of my personalities.
No, I mean I know Celia's like a fucking brick wall almost. She just wants. She
Not
just
as
wants to get
intelligent
fucked
as a
up.
brick.
Yeah, she just wants to get fucked up.
A brick of
That's all it
something
is.
that we won't mention.
Cake.
Hey.
What? Bricks of cake are delicious.
Exactly. It's all about cake.
Goddamn. Like,
I'm sure she'd love some cake.
I don't think you ever got out, but me and Abby and Kayla had like a drunk stream, and Abby got so fucking smashed that she swapped to Celia, and then like they were so smashed that they within like a half an hour they swapped to Hades.
Oh.
No, I don't think they ever got to me on that, but
No,
that
they
fun.
never got to you, but it was just like it was like a situation where it was like we were playing Vermintide and like Celia came out and it was just like a situation where she's like, what am I doing? It was like I've never played this game. And like
Sounds like something that we need to do again.
honestly,
I'm
just
down.
saying, like
I got 3
that was
bottles of wine.
hysterical.
You got 3 bottles of wine.
2 is enough to knock me out for the night.
Let's see, what do I have?
Were you there?
I
Yes,
don't
you
have
were
enough.
there. Richard was there for that night. Like
Was I also drunk? 'Cause I
you
know-
were also it was you
Oh,
and
yeah.
somebody else, and we were all just fucking demolished.
I remember.
Like we were playing Vermintide and we were like just demolished, and it was an amazing night. Like we like Abby swapped a lot, but it was like when Hades came out, like everybody was like done for the night. So we were like, yeah, we need to go to sleep. Like we're too fucking wasted to do anything.
It was still a good night. I remember Hades fucking carrying our asses.
I know, dude.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, no, like we got so drunk we were able to function in the game, and like Hades came out and he was like, I like had a cigarette with him. I bummed a cigarette off of him, and you're just sitting there going like, "Fuck yeah, dude, this is a great night." And Hades just like, I just came out. I don't remember anything.
Oh, poor Hades.
No, like that is genuinely how it is for most of us.
Yeah,
when we get out, it's like I don't know what happened. I don't know why I'm out. The main reason, like the main thing that triggers, for instance, me getting out is usually pain or some semblance of like a threat.
Danger,
Like
yeah.
if we feel we're being threatened, I usually am the one that comes out because I'm like it's like a fight or flight instinct, but instead of it being fight or flight, it's just fight.
Yeah. And thank you for not killing my cat, Lev.
What?
We're not going to talk about that.
Alright.
No, we can talk about that. I'm kidding.
Fat bastard
I got
creepy, okay.
triggered. I got triggered. It wasn't Fat Bastard.
Okay.
It was Freya, I think.
It's just sprinting, or she got
She had the zoomies. She was running around the house. It made me think someone was breaking in.
Oh no.
So I come out in full-fledged combat mode, like ready to fuck something up. Come outside, I just see a cat just sprinting around like an idiot.
Oh no. That's
Like,
gotta...
I'm ready to just smash someone into the next millennia, and then
Abby's eyes just roll in the back of their head and like recenter. I'm gonna kill someone and like walk out, and that's pretty much how it's.
That's gotta be a
Yeah.
special type of pissed when like a new personality comes out ready to like deal with a problem, and the problem does not exist, and now here they are, disturbed, they're minding their own business, having a cup of tea in the back of the mind or whatever.
Well, that's
Yeah.
It's. I wish that was how it was. That we just sit back there having a cup of tea in the back of the mind. No, I don't remember anything. It's like I'm not conscious.
Yeah,
I'm not
no.
out.
When the
I
switches,
don't have.
I've witnessed them
I
happening.
don't have anything.
I've witnessed like it happening. Like the way it happens is like it happens over like 2 or 3 minutes, whether or not you actually remember it, Lev. Like it happens over 2 or 3
Yeah,
minutes.
the switch takes a few minutes, I think.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like it's happened mid conversation sometimes. Actually, I've noticed it. Where it's like each of the personalities not each of them, but like groups of them actually talk in different tones of voice, and they start talking mid-sentence between the voices. And it's like, I mean, I've seen Legion come out just off of Abby talking about getting pissed about stuff.
Oh.
And it's just like, yeah, no, like it's weird.
It's very.
I don't know how to
interesting
describe it.
for
like,
us.
I mean, it's very
Because
interesting.
like for instance, what
but-
happened today was literally, we were having chest pains, and because the pain was to an extent that, you know, your body, you know how if you have enough pain, your body kind of like just naturally goes into like an adrenaline rush type thing, because that is similar to if you were threatened.
It's a painkiller.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well, because that's so similar to, you know, feeling threatened, it brings me out.
Yeah.
Plus, there's also the fact that when I get out, the reason that earlier I mentioned, I'm never out for long. The reason for that is when I am out, our body is in a state of a non-stop adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Your body can't handle that for long.
Not. I'm gonna let you know.
Can't
Lev.
have a non-stop adrenaline rush, you know, 24/7.
All the
Your
other
body can't handle
personalities.
it. So
all
it's
the
usually
other,
about 2 hours max.
Yeah, no, Lev, I'm gonna let you know that a lot of the other personalities don't like you just because of the pain you caused them.
Well, yes,
Because of
I'm
it.
aware.
Alright.
No, because at the same time, like right now, I'm sitting here, quote unquote, relaxing in our chair, right?
Yeah.
Every single muscle in my body is completely tense and flexed right now, and that is constant while I'm out. It's just I guess a side effect of me.
Yeah, you were created out of something physically bad. I don't know what you were created out of, but
We'll not get into my origin story.
That's fair.
However we want to phrase it, like I'm some anime protagonist or something.
Yeah, maybe future down the line comic book series.
Maybe in the future, but like it's also just a matter of like it's not a pretty story.
You want to fucking
some of
the them in the back of the head, and Lev is the one that's gonna throw the punch at you. Like that's
smack.
Swap.
Well,
that's
first off, I wouldn't recommend slapping us in general. It's just not a recommended course of action.
9-on-1, not a fair fight.
Yeah, it's. Well, I mean, not quite, but kind of.
Hey, wanna seem like you're fighting one person, but you're fighting 9?
Oh, you're not gonna be able to.
I don't know. Celia wouldn't be much use in a fight.
Celia just go eek and switch.
Nah, she'd just try and fuck.
Hold on, I know we're in a fight, but let me see what you're working with.
Let me see what you got. Just no. I know for a fact she a straight up hoe.
Oh shit.
People are like, oh, I went through a hoe phase in high school. Celia. Nonstop.
I am the hoe phase.
Right there. She is.
I am the one who hoes.
We're talking about gardening, right? Yeah.
Tomatoes, that whole deal.
You're not getting any work done hoeing like that.
She's really good at gardening.
She's got a green thumb like no other, I tell you what.
A really fertilized soil there.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Chris is freaking out right now.
Why is he freaking out?
He's laughing his ass off as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm glad we can put him in terms.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Definitely. I feel like this is gonna end up being like a humor podcast.
Fine with me.
Honestly.
Oh boy. So,
where we just sit here talking about random shit. What could possibly go wrong?
Shut the fuck up, Lev.
Coronavirus 2. But
oh my god.
Internet.
I actually went out applying for jobs and I encountered a Karen.
Oh no.
Like a Karen to the point where I was like, no wonder this McDonald's doesn't have any employees.
Oh no.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, no, I
welcome to Indiana. There's a lot of them here.
No, I went to. Her name was actually Karen, by the way, because it was printed on her shirt.
That makes it even worse.
I know, because she just followed the stereotype.
Is this like? Hang on. I'm trying to remember something. I don't think it's my memory, but the manager.
Yeah, no, it was. I went in there and I asked for a job interview, not job interview, but job application. Sorry. Social dyslexia.
Social dyslexia.
Verbal dyslexia. Sorry.
I think what you're trying to say here is you need to get your ears checked.
We'll circle back
no.
I
don't
need a hearing aid.
No, because I hear what people say sometimes, and it's just like I have
your
to ask them to repeat themselves.
Right.
It actually doesn't process it right. Like when it comes to social things, it's weird. Like
the neurons are firing just in the wrong direction.
Exactly. But no, I went to go put in a job get a job application from the McDonald's in North Manchester, and I actually feel like putting a report in for this because I got the job application and she was like, "Oh, I don't usually do job paper job applications, but I do prefer them. So here is one." And she said, and I was like, oh, so you're the hiring manager, like, hiring managerial service. She says, it's kind of rude to say.
What?
Yeah.
What? You were just making sure you got the right person to understand who's who.
Yeah, no, and it's like
Perfectly normal question to ask.
yeah, like this is the exact like wordage of the conversation, and it's just like what? And I like tried to like talk to her, just be like, I didn't mean it as an insult. I was just trying to, confirm things, and she was like, oh, okay. And she was rude as fuck to me about it, and it was just like, I don't want to work here, and I'm not even working here.
Oh.
Like, I'm honestly gonna
that
be
moment
like,
when the hiring manager gives you such a red flag that you're like, I don't want to work here anymore, and I haven't even started yet.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, God.
And like when you looked at the people in the background, they just like looked like they were dead. And like every time you go to that McDonald's, it takes like 20 minutes in order for you to like get your food.
I think I know it, but oh wait, no, Manchester. Never mind, I don't know it.
Yeah, no, just try going to the Manchester one, and you're gonna sit there and be like, hey, I just want a soda, and like you're gonna sit there in the drive-thru for like a long ass time.
Damn. The soul's been sucked out of them.
Yeah, no, like you looked at these guys and their souls were sucked out of them. Like there's one girl there and she just looked like she was about ready to fucking quit, and I was just like, I don't want to work here. Why did I ask for a job application and now I know why? Like it was really bad. Really, really bad. Like
I don't think
Dad,
We could just let's just sit here delving into the past of workplace dramas.
Oh,
now. No.
well, I mean, I used to cook for like 1,000 people a night.
Iggy, I'm supposed to hand
Show
you
off.
over to Bourne when I'm done with you, apparently.
I do not like the
guess.
sound of that.
I don't know. He was asking how much longer, and I told him I had plans afterwards, and he like, give Rotten to me when you're done with him then.
That's intimidating as fuck. What the fuck, Born?
But the thing is, like, Bourne's such a good fucking dude. Like, he's just got a nasty ass sense of humor, though.
His sense of humor would get him banned on Facebook, Twitter, and the entire internet.
That might be why it's hard to find him.
Exactly. Like, no, like
Kind of is.
like the dude has
That
such a
that
like,
also may be the reason why he sits there and is like, I don't have social media. Probably because they all got banned.
Fair enough.
The dude doesn't know.
No,
when
like
to,
I love him.
stop.
I love him to death. He's great. He's
Yeah, no,
great.
same. Honestly, like that dude is fucking cool as fuck. It's
He's
just
definitely
like
a ride or die, but the problem is getting to that point with him.
yeah, and like honestly, I was like, he started making some World War II jokes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh no.
he wasn't making like light of World War II and like saying like Hitler did nothing wrong or anything. Like he didn't say that, but like the jokes that he was making were like not
Don't
okay.
give an example, or I will come in there and break your nose.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not like
People
like I said. I'm
come
just
for
gonna
Hitler.
say I'm not. I'm just saying like Bourne's a fucking really cool dude, but he finds up some really fucked up jokes to make, and it's like he doesn't have a filter at all. Like he just does it, and it's the dude's got like 3 kids, 3 Asian kids, by the way. He's actually not the father to any of them.
This is the first I've heard of this of Born. Let me pull up a notepad here. I feel like I need to take notes.
Yeah, no, Bourne's
Yeah, no,
actually...
his girlfriend has 3 kids.
Yeah, and they all call him daddy or whatever, dad.
Dad, don't do daddy just because of the internet is a thing that ruins everything.
Oh shit, yeah.
oh shit, Richard like writes on his notes, don't ever say daddy.
Just never say daddy, ever.
As we repeat
Why?
it
Because the
multiple
internet
times.
likes to ruin wholesome things.
What's up,
But
Daddy
no,
boy?
like it's
Oh
like
my
most of the
God.
reasons.
Oh, immediately broken. I'm sorry, not again.
I'm gonna state that I hate porn, but it's superficial. Because
What?
I hate
What?
him. I hate him. For
hang on.
jokes.
Sit here. Porn is awesome. I hate him. What?
Iggy
I hate him
scrambled.
because I just have this like natural like thing to punch anybody that makes a dad joke.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So hang on. First off, punch yourself right now. Then. Secondly, I forgot where I was going with this. Just punch yourself again.
I'm taking over.
No, Abby's not quite getting out yet. Honestly, I'm not gonna say who I think might end up getting out.
Oh no.
We'll see how this goes.
If it's Legion, he can play off as enough.
No, it's not. It's not Legion.
Hades?
I think.
All right.
Okay, let me. I'll give a little explanation here. To at least to me, I can't speak for all the other personalities, but at least when it's me that's out, I can kind of get like a vague impression of who might end up getting out, and it's not necessarily because of like like I can sense them, they're talking to me kind of thing, like we're having a little chat inside of our brain. That's not how it works. It's literally just like when another personality starts to come out, like in the early stages of like shifting, the personalities kind of like mesh for a little bit. So I start getting at least an impression of the feelings or emotions or whatever that they're dealing with. And everyone is very, very different. As Iggy can attest, all of us are very drastically different. So I can kind of get an impression of who might end up getting out, because it's, all right, what other feelings am I feeling that don't seem like something that I would feel?
Was that being considered co-conscious, or is that something else entirely?
No, it's something else entirely. It's called transition.
Yeah, something else entirely, but it's...
I know that
It's
Abby has been co-conscious. Like it is complicated, but I know that like Abby is like
mental
whatever.
health is fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, to explain it, like the entire time that like me and you, Richard were like wasted, and like other personality splits started to happen with Abby, is that Abby, when like was transitioning with Celia and like stuff, we didn't even notice it until they stated they were out, right? It's and every single time that there's a transition switch when they're drunk, right, and they get increasingly more and more drunk, all of them, of all the personalities that are there, right, in the time that like before they go to bed, are co-conscious.
When we're drinking, it's very complicated because it happens like that. But when it comes to like personality switches, like when I came out or everything, it's completely different. So it's really, I mean, like I said, it's complicated as hell. And honestly, like I'm one of these personalities. I don't understand half the shit.
Yeah, like honestly, Lev, you're the one that's a defense mechanism, and if anything bad happens when you're drunk.
Oh, I know.
You're the
but
one
I'm
that
also
comes
the
out.
last one they want to come out, because me drunk turns into violent bar fights. That's why we're banned from a bar in Warsaw.
Yeah.
We need to get you an
Abby
Oculus
told me
with
about that.
Drunk Bar Fight VR.
Oh my god.
We're gonna get you fucking wasted as shit, just shove you into a bar, and like have a video camera outside the bar. Give it 10 minutes.
See,
do a
just see
live
people getting like
interpretation.
thrown out through the doors and windows. What is happening in there? I don't know, but I'm recording this.
How to get clout 101.
We turned a PTSD ridden war vet loose in a bar drunk. Let's see what happens.
We're trying to go viral.
Oh God.
Although
What could go
probably
wrong?
Celia would like come out and like trying to like hop on someone's stick or like something.
I don't even want to know what she
Jesus
would end up
Christ.
trying to do. No, I mean you're not wrong. Whenever alcohol and other substances are involved, Celia is the one that comes out first. Because she's the party girl. She's the one that loved to party.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of nice. You can semi-reasonably predict based on
Each of them.
Yeah.
There are ways to intentionally trigger. We just will not say them per se. Like everyone knows, like, oh, you slap Abby, I'm going to come out. But that's because I'm a defense mechanism. We will not sit here and be like, oh, this is how you trigger Hades. Because the problem is for instance, if someone was to sit there and like run through the triggers and like rapid fire trying to like bring out everyone like in rapid transition, the stress of a personality switch is extreme. And so doing something like that, really not healthy for someone with D.I.D. And that's why it's like it's not something that is usually talked about too much. Like I'll sit here and be like, are there triggers? Yeah. Do we know some of them? Yeah. But it's something that's just a little.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put this. It's something that we're careful about because of people using it in a negative way. And there have been people in my life that have done that.
How dare they?
But I mean, there are shitty people in the world. It sucks, but you just kind of learn to live with it.
Trust me, I know. All of us know.
All got shitty peoples of various varieties.
Answer back on the message that I asked you, Leonard.
If you learn how to spell, I might.
I didn't even realize how I spelled that shit.
I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be situations. Instead, it's situations.
Sounds like a fancy meal I have yet to have. Icky, get on it.
Come up with a meal and name it that now.
Yes.
There's a life goal. And when people ask what is that, like French, then you just be no, and then never give an explanation beyond that.
No, it's a JoJo stand name. That's what you tell them.
Oh.
There we go. That's believable because there's too many of those to keep track. Or it's named after one of the chapters of the Emperor's hands. Just
I've been trying to like I want to like install this mod, but I don't want to like play it unless I have friends. But I've been trying to install this mod called Unification for
that
War
one.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the
No.
races of humans or factions.
Yeah, but it like still has all the stuff that's in Ultimate Apocalypse. Just it has more. Like it's.
Oh no. Icky with more. It's too much. He'll be too powerful.
No, like honestly, like the strongest race in that mod is the Imperial Guard.
The non-space marines?
Yeah, honestly,
Still
because they're so adaptable.
fair point. I guess I haven't reached that point yet. I've been slacking on my Warhammer binge.
For instance, the wonderful, the absolutely glorious Death Corps of Krieg.
I was wondering when it was gonna pop up.
Deathcore of Krieg is so fucking. Even Abby feels your influence on that.
I love the deathcore of Krieg.
You get a fucking shovel and then just run at these completely fucking you impossibly
It's like,
comprehensible.
oh, there's a chaos demon and I'm just a mortal man. Let me take this shovel and try to beat a literal demon the size of a titan with a shovel.
Wait,
why? Because I will die for the Emperor.
Are the Kriegs supposed to look like Germans? Did I search the right thing?
They look like World War I, like trench warfare Germans. Yes.
Yep. All right. So
Yep.
everybody
with the gas masks and everything. Yes.
And yes, they gas the place and they wear gas masks because they don't think they're gonna live through it, and they run into it.
Yep.
Like they legitimately just upon fighting the things that they're fighting, they literally sit there and go, I'm probably not gonna survive this period. So they're gonna gas the place and I'm gonna fucking run into it.
Yeah, because okay, so what they do is they excel at trench warfare for one. For another, their artillery units are elite of elite. And what they'll do is their artillery units will bombard with gas bombs. And then the infantry will charge forward, and while the infantry is charging forward, or cavalry, whatever, because they do have horses too, that have gas masks on them. And they will charge forward, and while they're charging, the artillery then starts bombarding them with normal HE shells and whatever, and they'll soften up the position before the Krieg soldiers just start swarming in like nutcases, and they don't care if they live or die because they're literally bred to die.
Oh,
that is their whole ideal. Their whole mindset is they were bred to die because they're grown in vats. They aren't born naturally.
Yep.
There's no natural births on the death world of Krieg. There is only vat-born soldiers.
That is mildly depressing.
Because and it's called the death world of Krieg because they literally bombed themselves into being forced to live underground. The surface world is not habitable. And they did that because of their devotion to the God Emperor of mankind. They sat there and there was a rebellion against
more
the God
proof
Emperor.
that the God Emperor is not actually just a good guy.
We're not getting into that. The God Emperor is actually a good guy. He just we can get into that if you really want, but we're not going there.
It's another 3 hours of podcasting.
Yeah, no, I will just
Yeah, honestly.
3 hours later I'll still be going on about this. But no, there was a rebellion against the God Emperor, and the loyalists were outnumbered. They were outnumbered. They didn't have a way of, conventionally defeating the rebels, so they virus bombed their own world to the point of being uninhabitable, and they dug underground and they live underground, and they supply the Imperium with elite legions. And yes,
Necromunda
God
Hivegun.
Emperor.
Necromunda Hivegun is the most recent game that was released.
The absolute glorious God Emperor of mankind.
Honestly,
make the mark of the Aquila.
honestly, the Necrons are the most badass of the
Necrons
universe.
The Necron tier. Why?
How not why? They literally enslaved their own gods.
Okay, yes. No, is it badass that they did that? Yes. They also got enslaved by their own gods for a bit there, though.
Yeah, no, that happened for a
At
bit.
first, their gods enslaved them, and then they rebelled and enslaved their gods. It was kind of a what the fuck?
These are the guys on the cover of Soulstorm, aren't they?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, no, they
I
are.
guess I need to play Soulstorm soon.
No, the Necrons
No,
are actually
the Necrons.
in the base game for Soulstorm. They're actually probably the most broken ones because of their commander unit being able to to sit there and you have a huge battle with your enemy, right?
Mhm.
And then their commander unit comes in and says, I'm gonna respawn all the squads.
Oh. So don't send in the commander to battle. Gotcha. Send him in for the aftermath.
Exactly. And it's just like,
Damn.
So, yeah.
I
I like how.
So, I went silent for a second so I could look something up. Have you heard the theories about how the Silent King, the ruler of the Necrons, is potentially behind the Tyranids?
Oh.
Shit.
There is 2 active theories that have been talked about.
Not shut down. Not shut down.
They haven't been shut down yet. No, there is 2 active theories about the origins of the Tyranids. One is that they're from the is it precursors? No, the old ones.
Mm-hmm.
The Eldar, the ones that created the Eldar and the Orcs.
Yeah, I know.
It is theorized that either A, they're created by the old ones, or B, they're created by the Silent King. And the reason that it's thought that that the Tyranids are created by the Silent King is the Tyranids actively will consume pretty much everything but Necrons. They have a very hard time dealing with Necrons. The Necrons are actually perfectly aligned to deal with Tyranids. And so having the Tyranids just wipe out the rest of the civilizations in the universe and let the Necrons control everything.
The old fucking grandpas in Ultimate Apocalypse are the ones to best fight the Tyranids.
Yeah.
Old fucking grandpas?
No, actively, when it comes to Dawn of War Soulstorm, right? The original game, right? You only capture your strategic points and stuff to increase your production speed.
Okay, isn't that how it is in Dawn of War?
Yeah.
No. It's literally to increase your actual production speed, not through resources. It actually just increases your production speed. The Necrons.
Oh, I know what you're talking about with the Necrons now. Yeah. The Necrons are super slow.
Oh.
They're super slow
unless you get a ton of points captured, at which point they're more fast. But the reason they're so slow is because they're stronger than anyone has a right to be. But the reason I think he's calling them old grandpas is because if they don't have a bunch of capture points, they are slower than molasses. Meanwhile, the Tyranids are the most rapid, expansionist, early game.
Yeah, and
gonna get up in your face and fuck you up before 10 minutes even happens.
And then when the Necrons get their full fucking force into there, it's just what do I do? This unit literally launches a nuke for its basic weapon.
What?
What do I do?
They have weapon. They have units like that.
it's.
But no,
it takes a long ass time to get there though. It takes they're so slow. And not even just that, but in the base game, literally it just they capture a strategic point and it just increases their build speed. That's literally it.
Unlike every other race where it's increasing their resource production.
Yeah, and they literally just use power from generators. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Although this is back to those theories on the origins of the Tyranids. the reason that it's like, oh, it's either the old ones or the Necrons. The reason that it's kind of amusing that that's the case is because although like the Necrons are very suited to fight the Tyranids are also very suited to fight the Necrons, and that's where it's kind of like, you know, it could be an old one's new weapon to try and fight the Necrons, since the Necrons beat the old ones, technically.
Honestly.
Or it could be a Necron weapon to try and wipe out everyone else to give them dominion over the universe. So that's where it's kind of a weird, funny toss-up between the two. Or it could be neither of them. Who the fuck are we to know?
It's absolutely hilarious in Ultimate Apocalypse that the Imperial Guard shit on the Tyranids.
Yeah, because Tyranids traditionally just shred Imperial Guard, just absolutely decimate. Like,
you have a lot of dead bodies when you fight them, but it's just like, oh well, I got a lot of bodies.
Yeah, no, like the first contact with the Tyranids is an Imperial Guard like outpost world, and it literally just, they drown the world in Tyranid bodies until like they just wipe them out, and the Imperial Guard have no chance. And that is traditionally how it goes when the Imperial Guard face the Tyranid. Tyranid doesn't give a fuck, because they'll just bring their dead back to life, because that's how they work. They'll repurpose all of that biomass to be new soldiers.
Oh god.
And so for every hundreds of thousands of Imperial Guard that they're slaying, that's more and more soldiers for them too.
Oh, no.
I have to
And the
state
Imperial
that in
Guard is
conversation,
traditionally, we will drown them with our bodies. And they can't do that with the Tyranids.
I love how in this conversation that this thing is like, our podcast is going directly in the
Direction of Warhammer.
direction of what Richard predicted.
Wait, what
Wait,
did I predict? Is it because I joked about the sponsorship of the Emperor?
The top 3 movies or shows of recent times, events or something or whatever, memes, and like it's all in here already.
Holy shit!
No, hang on. We haven't done top 3 movies or shows of recent times.
Oh,
I don't think we've talked about any movies or shows.
I mean,
unless you think, Warhammer 40k just as a genre is a movie or show, which it isn't.
Not yet.
I wish
so
it was.
much more. I wish.
I'll be right
oh
back,
my god.
All right. But
He's probably drinking too much water or something. Constantly having to run to the bathroom.
Should have drank more alcohol.
That could be what he's drinking too. I do not know.
Since he's on the bathroom, maybe I should shove him off screen there and show he's away. There we go. I think he's no longer here.
Oh, there you go. Iggy has walked away. He is off the couch.
Iggy has left.
I actually just kicked him off the couch.
Oh, shit. I can get me some.
He's on the floor crying right now. It's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely just...
Abby, why would you kick me? Or Lev. Shit, Lev. Wait,
Oh, no,
why am I
you're fine.
asking why you would? This sounds like something you didn't cook against
It's
me.
definitely something I would do.
Oh,
goodness. But no, did I just hit my mic? I'm sorry.
I didn't. Or if I did, it might
Oh,
be
well,
drowned
that's
out
perfect.
by the soothing sounds of stream beats made by Harris Heller.
Wonderful.
Indeed. I actually don't know how loudly it's coming in. I'm trying not to drown people out, but it seems like it's...
Yeah, I can unmute for a second and find out.
Okay.
My mouse will work. Oh no, it's pretty quiet.
I'm back.
Okay, I'll leave it as is. Welcome
What?
back, Iggy. Well, you got kicked off the couch. Sorry about that.
Oh, well then. I had to pee. I'm sorry.
Are you
I
just
said
chugging like a bottle of vodka or something?
No, I've been drinking vodka this whole time, so.
That's exactly what he asked.
I just asked if you've been chugging a bottle of vodka this whole
I
time.
haven't been
And then you're like,
chugging a
no,
bottle.
I've been drinking vodka this whole time.
There's a huge
Been
difference
lightly
between like drinking
sipping.
and like chugging.
I mean, you've obviously been drinking a lot of it since you've had to get up to go to the bathroom twice, 3 times now.
Twice.
I don't bother to keep track of.
Twice an hour and a half
Right.
isn't terrible, but like.
No, it's not. I was actually holding that one for like.
I love how Kayla's just been silent since the intro.
No, I haven't been talking. I just like I swallowed.
She's playing Genshin.
Oh right.
I know she's playing Genshin. She's just chilling here to see.
I will ask her questions while she's playing Genshin, and she just doesn't answer because she's so focused.
Oh,
on
I
it.
know. That's why earlier when you were talking to her about food options and she kept playing, I'm like, are you listening to him?
All right,
Are
chat.
you listening to the options?
No, that's just normal. But like,
Yes, sir.
so Richard, since you haven't talked
So
about
movies.
Oh
Yeah,
right.
No, I was gonna ask you like what are your 3 favorite movies or like shows or honestly
So-
like anything
Recently.
Are we doing of recent time or of all time?
of all time?
Yeah, why
honestly,
not?
Oh, okay.
Okay, we'll go big or go home. So all.
Why not
time.
both?
All right, even better.
That's going bigger home.
Do we want to start with recent or all time?
all time.
Okay.
All time.
Let's see. Shows of all time. Gurren Lagann, of course.
Ah, yeah, no.
Let's see. A toughie. The next one probably be the Final Fantasy VII Advent Children movie,
Oh, that was good.
and then third and finally the Silent Hill movie, since I couldn't get a hold of any Silent
Oh.
Hill games for to save my life. Not the second one, just the first one.
Lev, do you want to go first or should I go first?
I can go.
Alright.
So of all time, I would have to say number one. Number one would probably be Saving Private Ryan.
I knew it.
I should have seen it coming.
It seemed like we both predicted you, Lev.
Number two is one that's also probably not surprising, but this is gonna be something that maybe people wouldn't expect. Battle Los Angeles.
Never watched it.
I think I saw it. That was pretty good, if I recall. Aliens, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's an alien invasion movie.
I haven't seen it. So.
And then third is the old, I think it's from the 1960s, Battle of the Bulge movie.
Oh, so you've been a lot more out than I know.
What do you mean?
I think that's multiple personalities' favorite fucking movies. like they.
No,
Abby-
okay. If you asked us what like our favorite movies were, and we weren't trying to be like, oh, separate the personalities and just trying to cover it all, that's probably where it would have gone.
Yeah, no, honestly, like Abby. Like Abby
Like
was
I can tell you for a fact,
I've been watching my
I
favorite
know
movie for like
I
the
know
last
one
week
of
on a
Legions.
repeat.
I know. Actually, no. I think I know 2 of Legions:
What is Legion's favorite movies?
Queen of the Damned and Doomsday.
Sounds
Oh my
about
god,
right.
that fucking edgelord.
He's a rogue in D&D.
Oh my god.
Side note, Chris's is the Forbidden Kingdom, Cloverfield, and the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Yes.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but
Oh, sorry.
it doesn't matter, honestly. My
The original Underworld trilogy. That is a good one, Chris.
It is good. It is good.
Oh, on the chat.
Twitch shit, yeah.
Alright.
Whoops, sorry.
I don't think I even
Cloverfield?
have a favorite movie.
Cloverfield is
What?
honestly a super good movie if the camera work was done less like shaky.
Well, I mean,
Just saying.
But it was
Found
done that
footage.
way intentionally for a
I
reason.
know, it's
legitimate.
I know that,
It's-
but like, it's good. It's still a fucking great movie.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But my favorite movies are Fargo, The Big Lebowski, and From Dusk Till Dawn.
I know none of these.
I've only heard of the
I
Big
like Mamma
Lebowski.
Mia.
Mamma Mia? Yeah.
So I'm not surprised by that statement, by the way, Lev. Fargo is about a few guys that try to rob a bank, and then they turn on each other, and like there's a cop. It primarily follows the cop following them. The Big Lebowski is literally like some guys break into this dude's apartment, piss on his rug, and says, your last name's Lebowski, so we pissed on your rug because you can't pay our debt. And like the other dude named Lebowski is like a millionaire, and so he like goes to the dude's place and like goes like, hey, you need to replace my rug, and that's like the entire start of the story. It's great. It sounds like terrible, but it's actually like one of the best movies out there. The Big Lebowski is amazing. And then what was the third one I said? Do any of you remember?
From Dusk Till Dawn?
Yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn is actually Quentin Tarantino's like best film, in my opinion. So it's about vampires, a vampire strip club, and these humans get caught in it after dark. And that's all I can say.
I have to check it out. I might be thinking I've seen it, but I think I'm also heavily confusing it with the movie Priest.
There's a Netflix actually like bought the rights to the name and made a TV series off of it or whatever. Like, you know,
Really good.
I haven't watched it. Like, it's not gonna be as good as the movie. Like, it's so cheesy, it's so stupid, but it's like just so cheesy and stupid enough that you're like, this is a great movie. It's self-aware.
Nice.
Well then.
It's like for the same thing as like The Evil Dead. Same level of cheesiness, same level of like stupidity, and it's just self-aware enough that it makes it a good movie.
I think I've seen an ex of mine really loved Evil Dead 1, and I cannot stop cracking up over that scene with the tree that was a little too handsy.
Oh yeah, no, that's totally understandable because that's the self-aware scene. This thing is like, it was cheesy enough to be self-aware, and it has some place in my heart about it. I don't know why, but it's really good.
But then the second one where they introduced the Ash Williams that we've come to know and follow through the future movies, and Ash versus the Evil Dead, those two I have a much higher
Ash
rating of.
versus Evil Dead though is way too cheesy without enough self-awareness, and it's bad. Honestly, it's just bad as compared to the original. Like, you know, Evil Dead 1 and 2. Like, Evil Dead 1 was like supposed to be like this thing where it's like you're supposed to like genuinely get scared about, and like Evil Dead 2 was just like, we're self-aware about how cheesy we were. Now we're gonna like make the series about it. And like make horror scenes where it's like you watch Evil Dead 2 and like the pretense is so much different. And then, like, you know, we don't talk about Army of Darkness, honestly. It was the worst of the three movies, but it was the one that was just embraced comedy.
Oh,
that's about it.
Can I just have a pause for 1 second?
Steal
What?
the clock?
I just discovered this spot in Genshin that has like 20 eggs. I want to know what fucking bird lays 20 eggs.
A really busy one.
Like, excuse
oh,
me.
is anyone excited for the Ash vs. the Evil Dead game?
Yeah, I'm not excited about it because of the only reason I'm not excited about it is because of the Jason one.
Oh, Friday the 13th?
Yeah, the Friday the 13th game.
Well, instead of like one character to be the enemy,
I know,
you're, like,
I understand
the
that.
darkness itself.
But like Jason in that game was able to like have a bunch of different abilities that you could choose from in how he wanted to play Jason. But like my main issue was that like it just genuinely isn't scary. Like,
yeah, I'll admit,
look
knowing
at Dead
that
by
I could
Daylight.
beat the shit out of Jason did alleviate some of my fears.
Yeah, no, I know, and it's just like, oh well, he's this thing that we can actually like fight. And then you look at like Dead by Daylight, all you get is flashlights.
Yeah, fuck those flashlights though. Fuck them hard right up their battery-powered ass.
No, like you get what I'm saying though. Like,
Well, then.
it's who are we talking to now?
Fuck you.
All right, sorry, love. Just
No, you're right. You're right. Just fuck you for getting it right.
It's Abby, isn't it?
Not quite.
Ooh, proper.
Ooh, who is it then? Celia?
No. Ah, there you go.
Oh, all right, okay. We got Louise now.
Hiya, motherfuckers. Yeah, I was sitting here debating on whether or not to just like keep playing it off as like to try and play it off as Lev or
Please don't try to play it off as Lev.
Nah, and I'm just saying like probably better not.
No, and like we stated at the instance of this podcast, if you can remember, actually, is that like it would be interesting if this happened. So
Most definitely.
But no.
Hello, everyone.
All 5 of them.
Hello.
I am Louise.
I'm Mario.
I'm definitely not Italian.
Chris has an interesting idea for a game that ties into a ton of horror tropes, like where you go through the story of Jason, Freddy, but then leads into like Leatherface, and then moving into like Slither or Chucky, like moving from one story to another.
You mean Dead by Daylight?
I was gonna say, yeah, Dead by Daylight?
Sorry to call you out about that, Chris.
Jesus.
It's fair.
But like it'd be like a campaign mode on Dead by Daylight, and like they actually have like all those characters, except for like
They don't have the Slither or Chucky.
they don't have Chucky, but they have a character like Chucky.
Oh yeah,
Legion.
the tiny. Oh, Legion. Sorry, when I think
Legion's
Chucky,
not like Chucky.
I think of the twins. Where
The
you get
twins.
The little baby. And you
Oh, all right. Yeah, no, all right. That makes more sense. It's just I haven't played since Legion, so
Oh, you missed
The
out on a lot,
twins
man.
is definitely
They got a
more
cowboy
like
like
Chucky.
Chucky, kinda.
Kind of like in the style of Twilight Zone. So maybe like a Telltale experience, perhaps.
maybe make a campaign.
Yeah, that's what you say. Make like a campaign mode. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like honestly, like I think they should actually have a campaign for that
Mode
game.
with the Dead by Daylight community? That sounds terrible.
Well,
Shirtless
yeah,
Myers
like,
Fox,
to
here we go.
appease it would sound terrible, but like it would be a good thing for people to like learn the game about and like what you can and
Oh,
can't do.
definitely.
That could be a great learning
I'm
tool.
just saying the community would not embrace it well.
Yeah, no, that's because the Dead by Daylight community is worse than fucking League.
Kind of.
I don't play, so I wouldn't know.
If the Dead by Daylight community, if they like were applicable to League, you'd be like, oh, well, you played Lee Sin and all you landed was Qs, and you're gonna, make plays off of that. And that makes you toxic to the game style. Like, legitimately, that's why they... Like, the way that sounds is literally the reason why camping is banned in Dead by Daylight as a killer.
In my idea, it makes
it's
sense.
It's not officially banned.
And they're gonna come back to save their friends.
It's banned when you get reported by somebody and you actually get your account like 7 days.
Well, no, I'm just saying it's not official like in the actual rules. But yes, if you are caught sticking around the bodies that you hang up on a hook, you get banned, which is why I love the Huntress so much.
Because you don't have to stick around.
Because you don't stick around, you just throw an axe at them.
Oh.
At least you, Louise, are able to state that instead of like...
No, like I know for a fact that that's what
range.
Abby does too. It's literally what we do is, we just keep a line of sight with whoever we have hooked. We keep a clear line of sight, and then the instant that hook is like that person's unhooked, turn, throw a hatchet, and they're back down again.
Oh, I bet
it's just I think.
And they can't report me for camping because I'm on the other side of the map.
I bet the cowboy.
I'm not camping. I just have good aim.
Like the Call of Duty knife throats.
Yeah, it is kind of like that. It's kind of terrifying.
Ex-girlfriend of mine, when Call of Duty Black Ops 1 first came out, she got really pissed off at me for being like really good at the game. And it was because I was really good at knife throws, and I know that's like bullshit, but I was like landing them and like I see like a run across the spot, and I just like throw a Hail Mary and would hit her, and she'd just be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I can actually contact her about this again, and she'll be like, "Yeah, no, this dude is a dickhead." It's one of the exes actually ended things like decently about. So.
I could list off a whole bunch of 2000s.
No, honestly, Call of Duty 1 was a masterpiece.
So
fair enough.
Chris had the idea of like not quite Dead by Daylight, but now doing all those films and those characters in the Dark Pictures anthology style of game, just jumping.
Yeah, no, that actually would be like kind of cool.
Yeah.
But like to like build a campaign or like a story off of it about that.
It'd probably be
would be really it would be super hard. So I think I agree with their approach to it, where they're like doing things like separate stories from each, but it's just like, hey, this is one more chapter in our volume. Like they had an entire thing about that. So
I got the shit scared out of me by those first two. Men in Medan, I predicted the outcome and the reason for things being spooky too quickly, but the second one, I had no fucking clue, and that ending hit me out of nowhere.
What's the name of that second game?
Little Hope.
No, I haven't seen anything of that, so I can't like say opinions. I'm not a huge horror game fan.
That's fair, even though you play Doom, which is sometimes terrifying.
I have a conversation topic.
Okay.
Did you guys see that there is a new like Tiny Tina thing coming out?
Yes.
I think it might be a standalone game.
Yeah, I think
it's a standalone game.
Ooh.
So,
it looks amazing, and Butt Stallion is back in it.
I know, but like my problem with it is that it's I think it's turn-based. I think it's gonna be turn-based.
I guess it makes sense with their bunkers and badasses setting.
I understand that, but like at the same time, like when people go to play fucking Borderlands games, it's just you're looking for a first-person shooter, and like if they don't like meet up to the standard of the Tiny Tina's like dungeon DLC for Borderlands 2, it's not. It's gonna be considered
gonna
just
flop.
horrible. Yeah, it's gonna flop. Like,
It'll
they
flop
have to-
hard if it doesn't meet up to that expectation,
What if
and
it-
that is a problem because the expectations for that are going to be very high.
Honestly, that is the best shit in the entire Borderlands series.
was Assault on Dragon Keep?
Yeah.
So what if they did a Divinity Original Sin / Baldur's Gate 3 style system? I don't know how they pull it off, but there's an option.
Is it the same studio that came up with Divinity Original Sin as with Baldur's Gate?
I think so.
It's very similar style, but at the same time, like it's also completely different at the same time. Like it's I've played both, so
They do different rule sets. One was like their own custom Divinity. Larian Studios. How can I forget? One of my favorite games for them was Divinity 2 Ego Draconis.
never played it, so I'm sorry.
It's cool. Action game.
Just I've played Divinity Original Sin. No.
Ooh, Warhammer style Baldur's Gate game.
I'd be on board for that.
They already have those actually.
What?
It's. Are we talking Warhammer or Warhammer 40k?
Looks like Chris is shooting for 40k, but I imagine it could go either way.
No, there's a lot of games out there, but like one of the ones that people actually like sit there and go like, this is a really good game, is Warhammer Adeptus Mechanicus. I want to say I can't remember the name exactly. If I'm wrong, I can probably find it through those names on Google. It's basically you play as the Adeptus Mechanicus, actually searching through planets for Necron like technology and stuff. So
Oh, yeah, I see it. That is. Let me switch screens here. Whoop! That does look very Warhammer 40k, Baldur's Gate. You got your turn order up at the top. I'm assuming action. points
yeah,
in the corner.
it's more like. Although I will state that it's more like XCOM.
More like XCOM. Okay.
Like the way you play through it. Like it's. Yeah, it's not the same, but like it's probably the closest you can get to it. I would love for a Warhammer 40k where like you start out in a hive.
Tyranid Hive?
City,
Or
like
oh,
a hive city,
okay.
and then like you like try to like make your way to like be like one of the space marines, or like you side with the like any of the races. Like it would be like cool. You can do it. Like sure, I'm pretty sure the fucking like chaos is just like, oh well, you want to join us? Cool. But like like it would be interesting, is all I have to say. Although the instance is that it's an XCOM game, honestly, and I can't like sit there and be like a Baldur's Gate game is compared to an XCOM game. The closest thing about it is the combat. So.
Does seem intriguing. Might be one to check out eventually as well.
Like yeah. No, if you go to buy XCOM 2, you need to get the War of the Chosen DLC.
Yeah. You told me it's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, no, it's
My
actually
goodness.
insane.
What's up?
A Courage the Cowardly Dog and Scooby-Doo
Yes. I was talking
movie
about
has
that
been
earlier.
announced.
What?
Straight out of nowhere.
Yes. And if they fuck up Courage, I'm gonna be pissed.
First is already pretty fucked up, honestly.
It's
Yeah,
sure
I
it's
mean,
fucked
It's
up,
okay.
but
Kind of.
If they leak it enough ahead of time, the fans will revolt hard enough that we'll get a Sonic the Hedgehog style reboot. and then hopefully they'll make their money back and what have you.
But no, it looks like they're going with the classic art design for both Scooby and the Gang and Courage.
I know,
From-
but I'm hesitant because of previous iterations.
I understand completely.
Are you scrolling through Facebook right now, Louise?
No. Fuck
All
that. I don't look at Facebook. None of us look at Facebook. Fuck Facebook.
No, I actually shared the article about that, and I was like, holy shit, they're actually making this.
No, it
But,
popped
like-
up on iFunny. I'm scrolling on iFunny.
Actually, I have to say that I'm not
Let me mute
depressed.
For a second. I am being knocked for.
I'm actually not depressed about the Invader Zim movie off of Netflix. I'm actually not sad about that.
Not depressed, so I'm like,
No, I am depressed. I'm always sad.
fine.
But like, no, like the Invader Zim movie is actually very close
False alarm.
to the original.
You were just hearing things.
No, she knocked and the Wi-Fi was kicking her off and said she needed the password, but as soon as I opened the door, it's now working again. Never mind. Yeah, meat candy
Sounds about
wasn't
right.
that far off with what
Yeah.
Courage is like. One day he's
No,
gonna get sick of Eustace's shit.
Richard, you probably know more about this. The Invader Zim movie on Netflix is actually not too far from the original. Just it's not as dark.
I tried watching a little bit, but Ashley was not ready for it. Remember it being better in her youth type deal, so I didn't get to finish it. I just watched the very
No,
beginning after Dib gets jacked again.
No,
I
you need to watch. You actually need to watch the original Invader Zim.
Well, I remember the original Zem was like, it scared the shit out of me sometimes as a kid.
Yeah, it's because it was actually really dark in a lot of its humor, and now you watch it as an adult and you're like, oh my god, this is an amazing show. Like I already experienced a lot of dark humor when I was a child, and so like it formed my like humor, and so Invader Zim to me is like a classic. I mean, the episode where he like steals kids' organs is amazing. Dark Harvest is the name
I
of the
hate to
episode.
interrupt, but I have to pop off so I can go take a nap before I get work.
All right, well, she's gonna be sleeping in the same room as that. So
Just randomly hear Kayla yelling some shit at us.
yeah, I'll try to talk quieter. That's all.
Yeah, we've
will
almost got
happen.
2 hours, so we can.
Yeah.
my-
We can start wrapping up soon.
But we just started. We just started Invader Zim. Like shit.
Oh, poor baby wants to talk. Oh.
Do you want to hear a cursed idea?
Sure.
What?
Thank you. Bye.
Kayla, can you leave the? Yeah, thank you.
Billie Eilish, Carly Rae Jepsen, and Miley Cyrus should form a pop group called Billy Ray Cyrus.
I'm here for it.
I
No,
will kill them.
just no.
The three of them singing "Achy Breaky Heart."
No,
No.
please no.
In unison with a dubstep background.
Oh yeah, we got to get Skrillex in here too. Then
Wait, what happened?
Make it worse.
What happened?
Oh, they're making a new band with Miley Ray Cyrus and Judy Jetson. And
Billie Eilish and Carly Rae Jepsen, and
Yeah.
calling it Billy Ray Cyrus.
yep. Chris was gonna say Bigfoot strippers in Texas is a cursed idea. I don't know. I'm sure there'd be.
I
a crowd
mean,
for it.
I don't know about that. I think people would just be excited to see Bigfoot.
Most definitely.
Wait, I completely missed out on like half this conversation now.
Okay.
No, it's because I wasn't
No, Kayla was
actually
talking.
here. Yeah, Kayla was talking. So
I'm sorry, Kayla.
Kayla always tries to talk to me when I'm trying to talk to her.
No, shut your.
We just get to hear her sassing off them. It's great.
And have it recorded for the future.
I actually was trying to get her to fart during the podcast.
God damn it! I was holding back. There was something one of you said. I was like, she was introducing herself. I don't know, like, which one of you farts louder, Kayla or Iggy?
It's Kayla.
Which one's got the best?
Don't
trumpet?
question that. Don't question that. Like it.
Chris, no.
Goodness. Why am I being called by Chris? What's happening?
Oh, he's
What?
saying that you are the
Oh,
one with
no.
the loudest butt trumpet.
No, I couldn't hear it. Sorry, honey.
I don't know about that.
And now Kayla's trying to fart for the fucking podcast.
Don't! I swear to
Accidentally
God,
shits
y'all are
pants.
fucking terrible.
My people.
Making me want to have a personality switch just so I don't have to deal with this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, you're like the primary one to be able to switch it.
Yes, I know. I know what I'm doing.
That came in a little too clearly. The rootless, tootless cowboy.
Okay, Chris. I have never heard any of Abby's personalities shit on like when talking to them. Like not shit, but like like shit their pants farting. Like I've never like heard them fart in any of the conversations. So I don't know what you're fucking talking about, Chris.
I think he's just trying to start shit.
Like Kayla's the one that's gonna like you're gonna hear it in the background. It's gonna be like Jesus Christ.
That'll be how we end the note. Goodbye, everybody. Where's
Yeah,
my
just-
crowd laughing button?
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, just right on
Everybody
that.
have a good night. Just great content though.
Very much so.
There was. Did you guys hear that?
That silent little hiss?
No, it wasn't a silent little hiss. I'm like 5 feet from her. That wasn't a little hiss. That was a.
New DMC phone game? What?
Huh, I'm stuck between the ear
We were
down
just
button and the
talking
laughter
about that
button.
earlier, though.
Oh boy. Wait, there's a DMC
Like-
phone game? Is it a hero collector? I mean, if
Devil
it's
May
decent.
Cry Pinnacle of Combat. Oh.
Google time.
Are you still streaming?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Oh.
stream.
I
The
thought you were-
podcast
I
is
thought
still
you
live. No, that was a bit. God.
I thought it wasn't. I was just like, what?
Peak of Combat, not Pinnacle. An actual game but more anime deals in DMC? Okay, I'm intrigued.
I haven't seen the anime DNC, honestly.
It looks like you're playing as Devil May Cry 3 Dante, killing these new types of enemies. Very Japanesey. You got your sword style moves, your dashes. Your
JRPG or
let's see here. Authorized mobile game, free, flexible strategy skills, unconstrained fighting style, immersive combo experience with its industry.
all right.
motion
Then it's
capture.
definitely not. It's definitely not like the phone-based JRPGs.
Yeah.
I can't stop hiccuping.
Restores classic character scenes, weapons, and bosses of the series to the greatest extent. Presents the unprecedented Gothic world with the highest quality art scenes and visual effects.
Alright.
Seems cool.
I don't know how to feel about this.
I mean, every single fucking like, every single like game on your mobile phone says this. Literally this.
What is this?
I'm
being
thinking
the
what...
best RPG, being like, you know, oh
Yeah,
I
no,
hate those
every
ads.
single phone is like, oh, we are the best, like, critically acclaimed, and got this random award that nobody's ever heard of. It turns out it's an award they gave themselves. Like,
yeah, no, it's
so annoying because every ad you see for a phone game is like that. The critically acclaimed, like number one rated game in this type, and it's like I've seen 30 games advertised for the same genre, all claiming to be number one. What the fuck?
Exactly, but like I have to say that like if you play I'm looking at it's on my phone. Caribou Wars. I want to state it is. It actually is like very similar to playing like orcs in like Warhammer 40k.
Okay.
Like it you go to play it and it like actually like it feels like playing like Warhammer 40k, but like, you know, like phone game when it comes to that kind of shit. And you're literally just fighting other orcs, but like it's
Warhammer 40k games on your phone though.
yeah, no, I have another one, but I play this one more than the other one because it feels it's a good game. It's a good game. It's actually like decent when it comes to the strategy to it for a phone game. So that's about it. That's all I have to say about it. Whatever. Slight plug-in.
Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, there we go.
Honestly, I refuse to fucking play that game because of how many ads I see to it.
I have downloaded on my computer and played it for across my phone and the computer a total of maybe an hour, thinking, you know, with how much it's being shoved in my face and how many YouTubers are getting sponsored by it, it's gotta be worth a damn. And I never get the time to really sit down, think about it, and play it.
It's not good. It's not good.
I've played a ton of it. I have multiple characters that were at one point the max level. I don't know if they are anymore because we stopped playing it. But the reason we stopped playing it was because of I guess it was kind of a scandal about it. Where the contracts that they were having the people doing their ads like sign turned out to be like really fucked up. Like, if you didn't follow their exact script kind of thing, they would sue the pants off you. Like, even if you just got a word wrong, just weird things like that. I ran into multiple different stories of people saying that the company just treated them terribly when they did an ad for them.
It's amazing because I mean, Raid Shadow Legends is one of the main providers for Internet Historian, which is a insanely big YouTube for being so like having so little videos. So
yeah, no, like they get a lot of sponsors, but
I'm pretty sure.
But it's not. I'm sure it's not all of them.
I'm pretty sure that Raid Shadow Legends is probably trying to sue Internet Historian because you can feel the sarcasm. Like you watch their ads when he's doing the
ads for it. He's like sarcastic as fuck.
Yeah, no, it's you can feel the sarcasm because he makes entire skits and stuff having to do with it. So they'll be like, "Oh well,
Richard,
I guess..."
I'm sorry, we're just burning your chance to have a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship."
They still might come for it. They might not see this one. It'll be deleted by the time we blow up.
Yeah, there we go.
Unless they look on YouTube.
Dude, Ethan, like H3 actually burned their entire first podcast, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Because they were like Ethan and they talk about it with what's his name, another podcaster. The dude
I have to burn like half of my streams.
I mean, no, they had to burn it because like they were just fucking absolute demolished all three of them, and they were just fucking like completely just like all over the place and not knowing where to go. And that was that's kind of the stream though because of me. But
Why did Chris's name change color?
That is an excellent question.
yeah, you can choose that.
Oh, he decided to be green
Oh.
now instead of red.
Yep. Yep, he said setting. So I can change my name for your stream, Abby. Or Louise.
We all just go rainbows.
There you go.
Look, when you swap mid-conversation, I have a hard time.
Why do you think I was debating trying to just play it off as Lev? Because it would just make it easier for everyone else. Not that good at pretending to be Lev, though.
I mean...
I can play it off as Abby just fine. Lev, no.
Louise is the manipulator personality.
Oh yeah, I'm a manipulative cunt, as people like to call me.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just
you.
find people enjoyable. They're so much fun to play with.
You're not wrong. Humanity is a really interesting specimen to fuck around with, but also terrifying.
I used to be like that,
my
and
favorite,
literally
my
just toss
absolute
me away.
favorite thing
Place.
is sitting there and turning people that are friends and turning them on each other and watching them just tear each other apart and ruin a friendship that's been there for years. That's so delicious to me.
Hey Abby, if you do that to me and Kayla, fuck you.
Why the fuck would I do that?
Stability,
That'd
remember
be no
your
fun
save?
at all.
We already do it enough each other ourselves, but like it's also like it's like it's...
Why do you think there would be no fun in that for me? You do it yourselves. You're used to it. There's no excitement there. It's not. I'm sitting here destroying a friendship that's been there for like since you were a child. It's a relationship that's been here not even a year.
It'll be a year in November.
Aww, it's felt like
Well,
you
it's
guys
not
have known each
November,
other
so guess what?
forever.
It's still less than a year. Fuck you.
Fuck you, you Louise. Like,
As far as I'm concerned, if you
What?
can make it past a few months or half a year or almost a year of living together, it might work out unless some fuck shit goes on.
no, we literally started dating a week before we actually were living together.
Nice.
Like officially. Like we were doing this shit for like we were like doing the flirt game for like
Oh.
A while,
6-7 months.
ridiculously.
Yeah, I was just like, and like we like a week before we started living together, I was just like, it's okay for me to call you to call me your boyfriend because like we're gonna be living together and like we are already like practically that thing, so might as well just like state it outright. But like, you know, I would never leave Kayla.
Aww, she's
Kayla
probably
so much.
blushing in her gassy bed over there hearing all this.
Oh my god!
I'm not making fun of you. I'm saying I love you. Jesus Christ.
Watch the playback. 2 hours, 7 minutes. Oh, fuck.
I guess she can hear the stream and like you said gassy and she just fucking...
I'm sorry, Kayla. I didn't mean to hit you with the roast. It was meant with love and intention about
that's
Mickey's love and
beautiful.
intention for you.
That is beautiful.
Look, dude.
Wonderful.
You've heard one of her ass rips, and like honestly, like
I have.
if you're willing to stay in the bed with somebody like that, you know you're in love with them.
You're right. You're right. I get cast out.
That or you're into Dutch ovens.
Oh my
Yes.
god, I completely like up until you said that, I completely forgot the name of it. I've been trying to do it to Kayla because she
Jesus Christ.
Wasn't that in a movie? Like one of the parodies, like
Yes, epic movie with the lion.
Yeah, with
it's
the
like,
Lion Witch in the wardrobe. Yeah.
it's like,
Oh my
he
god.
lets one rip with like the boy and the chick.
Wait,
and it's
there's
like,
there's a fucking parody, like really good parody of
So
Lion
bad.
Witch in the Wardrobe. I've never
It's
seen
not
it.
that.
It's the Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe. You just
That
literally
was-
just said Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like it's not a great one. It's so stupid.
All right, well, I mean, nail.
The Great White Bitch, wasn't that what they called the Great White Witch?
Maybe. It's been
I'm
so
pretty
long
sure
since I've
it
seen
was.
it, but I watched it like a billion times. You think I remember?
Is no one gonna respond to me? Nail.
Oh, sorry. About what?
Nail.
No. Oh. Fuck.
I found a bird.
God damn it! I've watched so much of that. Why did I couldn't come up with a single word that moment. The peer pressure was too much.
I found a bird. Kill it. Okay. me and one of my friends actually have like an ongoing thing that we like greet each other that way. So
I'll randomly drop Cell's little song when he becomes perfect on Ashley, and we'll just start singing in unison.
I was right. They do call the White Witch the White Bitch.
Louise
And
had
I
to
looked
look
it
up
up.
this shit.
I had to make sure that I was remembering that right.
I am hilarious, and you will quote everything I say.
You can watch it on YouTube for $4. Fuck that.
Yeah, we just go to like Netflix or Hulu or something by this point, I'm sure. Or maybe not.
No,
I
it's not.
I kind of hate how
It's not.
Netflix rotates out their videos.
Yeah, what
like,
is
why,
with that?
Why not just add it in permanently, and then you've got this wide library, and the bigger it gets, you're gonna have more people coming in because they know for sure they can find the thing they want to watch on your Netflix. And then we've got like, if you slap on a VPN, you can go watch fucking the UK Netflix, and they've got like all the Studio Ghibli movies or something right now, but we don't have that here in the US.
I wish we
Yeah,
did.
no, I wish they would keep all their like old stuff because I no longer have a place that I can watch the
that's
first
sad.
anime we ever watched.
What was it?
Sora no Otoshimono, also known as Heaven's Lost Property. It was on anime on Netflix that we watched that.
I think I almost clicked on it a few times.
It was on
I haven't
Netflix for
watched
a
it
while,
yet.
and it was amazing. And then it got removed, and it never came back. And I've checked all the I've checked Crunchyroll, I've checked Funimation.
Look,
Not there.
you mentioned
Gone.
Studio Ghibli, and I was just like, what was it? Like, ready to hear like a Studio Ghibli film, and I was just like, yes.
Just yes.
I mean, can you like have any other response for somebody else stating their first anime? My first anime was Cowboy Bebop.
Nice.
I got tired to the point where like you would consider me drunk, and I was like, it was like the earliest anime like memory I have is my grandmother like coming into the room and telling me to go to bed at 4 o'clock, watching Adult Swim, and it was Inuyasha, and previously before that episode it was Cowboy Bebop. And
Well then.
anybody who wants to shit talk either of those is gonna meet a brick wall.
Oh,
Not
no,
even
those
with
are
me.
those are classics. Those are both classics.
I've been trying to get Kayla to watch Cowboy Bebop. She needs to watch it, just period.
Oh no, I haven't watched Cowboy Bebop, but I still acknowledge and know it as a classic.
Yeah, no,
It's on the list. We just haven't done it yet.
It's one of the most iconic animes of all time. If you haven't watched Cowboy Bebop, it didn't even have a manga before the anime. All right, that's how iconic it is. Like, it literally was the best sound developer, the best animation, the best like comic
Oh,
design.
I see
everything.
you, Chris. I do. I'm just not acknowledging.
Oh no. We love you, buddy. Don't take it wrong.
but no, like
Do I dare to add him?
Who?
Okay.
I'm not
Chris.
looking in the chat. Chris?
Yeah.
I mean, he'll probably sit here and just be like, "You need to watch Cowboy Bebop." Like it is actually one of the best.
I see how
to ever
it
be made.
be. I'm not a bee like a insect.
It's not like that.
It's not like that.
It's just if we get off on a tangent and no one's paying attention, who knows what'll happen.
Look, fucking B will sit here and say, "Hey, you need to watch this."
B? Oh yeah.
I'd be pleased I could noodle. It's not about being a good noodle. It's that first off, definitely are going to have you on at some point. It's just, you know,
It's a
as like
podcast.
a later guest type
Yeah,
thing.
it's a podcast.
Is what I would
Yeah.
think. Plus,
We're
there's also
literally
the fact
just, like,
we've been going
talking
on
about
for
shit.
like 2 hours now.
2
It's
hours?
probably
14
actually getting
minutes.
close to the time where we should wrap it up.
Oh, yeah.
Because podcasts usually you don't want going longer than an hour or most 2 for podcasts. That way people, you know, they can listen to it
Can't keep up with the
on
Fair.
you know, on their way to work, at
Fair
work
adjustment.
even. You don't keep it
This is-
dragging for too long.
This is the first one, so I don't
Yeah,
know how
this
many
is-
times
this is just
we've
the first
stated
one.
that.
We're gonna
so-
keep going. We're gonna have more of these. You'll be in on others. I
Yeah.
guarantee it.
Oh, definitely. I'll make a little room for you on the couch and everything. Maybe I'll put you on Iggy's shoulders or something. I guess having...
Oh my god, I would die.
Why? Why would you die, Iggy?
The dude is like 6'5" and 350 pounds.
I'm just talking this picture, you motherfucker!
Alright.
not and then not actually sitting him on your shoulders on a couch.
I know, but like that statement is
Christ.
just like that statement is just
We just
like-
have an animation where it just shows Chris's character gradually crushing Iggy.
I'm just
As
like
the podcast drags on, it's just slowly crushing
the
Iggy.
rest of like every single animation is just like me as like a literal like flat pancake.
We get a Meat Canyon version of Chris to just slowly phase him out of existence.
Yep.
Fair. Like honestly, Chris, I'm not sure if we want you because you have no filter. So.
I just shake the ground while I sit. Jesus.
Yes, he's here from the Meat Canyon.
We shouldn't
my
even mention
goodness.
Meat Canyon. Meat Canyon is just.
I mean, yeah, but we're not mentioning specific things. Just the channel in general.
Richard, do you want the jawbreaker?
Yes?
That moment when I get a notification from Tinder and I look down and it's just Tinder, like the actual app Tinder messaging me, not
Oh, yeah,
someone
the mark
messaging me
drawing
on
you
Tinder, and I'm like, why? Why do you do this? Why do you give me false hope? No.
You were supposed
I
to.
do too. Like Mark Meat
You were
Canyon.
supposed to destroy my singleness, not add more pain to it.
I know, right?
You're supposed to get me laid, but you're defying that right now.
Oh, well,
Goodness.
on that note,
That
since
was a
we-
bit, honey. That was a bit.
On that note, should we?
I'm in the same room with my fucking girlfriend, so.
And you're talking about being single. Yeah, that's genius.
You're
Absolute
gonna
genius.
get extra.
I mean,
touch
it
over,
was
like,
an
point
obvious
blank.
fucking
Well, you're
joke.
sleeping on the couch for the next week.
No, it was an obvious joke, though.
Kayla jumps up, horny. Sorry.
Oh, God.
You ruined your own podcast there.
No, it's just one word. Not whole.
Talk to Google or Twitch about that.
Oh, whoops.
It's not big enough for Twitch to be upset about
they're not
that.
gonna care
I know,
about me.
I know.
Yeah, that's well. No, there's also Twitch won't yell at you for something like that.
Honestly, like we need next podcast we're gonna like shit talk the Twitch. Like we need to read through the Twitch TOS.
Oh, that's gonna be the whole podcast.
Like,
why?
reading the Twitch TOS.
That's no.
I'm gonna have on suits
don't
and everything.
do that.
I already got my pepper.
Like,
Have
like,
us-
like every 2 weeks we like read through the Twitch
Hire a lawyer right now.
because we're gonna like read through it and be like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, I've looked closely at the Twitch TOS because of like when we got affiliate, we spent probably 2-3 hours going through all the TOS and everything.
It's
Just
really
to make
fucked
sure.
up. It's really
It's
fucked up.
no, like some of them. I will say this: some of them are fucked up, but at the same time, I do understand
have,
where the business is coming from.
I understand that, but
do.
at the same time,
But
they
they
are-
they don't uphold it regularly.
okay, so that should be the next podcast stuff is about Twitch.
No, we're not gonna sit there shitting on Twitch while we're streaming
Yeah,
on Twitch.
trying to
No.
become Twitch famous. That's just asking for me to be pushed
It's
back
just
to YouTube.
asking for that to never happen.
But,
We're not doing
like,
that to Richard. Do
it's-
that on your own channel.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. And then like
Yeah, do that on your own channel.
And you
Not
mean
on-
I
not
don't
on
give a
your
shit
Richard.
about my own channel.
I'll throw on a voice changer. They won't know it was me.
Every single
I'm
time we talk,
gonna
it
put
goes
on a voice changer, and it's gonna make me sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger the entire time.
Oh, please, yes.
do that.
We do have one suggestion.
Get
How
to
do we
the
feel
job.
about
Mission accomplished.
creepypastas or SCPs?
I'm on board for that. We'll see what the rest of me say.
I know a lot. I
Fair
know
point.
a lot of. I know a lot about SCPs because I'm an edgy lord.
I love SCPs.
Calm down,
I know
Sasuke.
Abby likes SCP.
Honestly, like we should do a stream playing through SCP Containment Breach.
Oh yeah, isn't there a free one on Steam that may or may not have?
No,
Co-op, or is it-
it's free, and then there's like another one that you can like actually download. You can still play together. That is still like it's a different game, but it's like
I am
the
down,
OG SCP Containment Breach. We get
but,
to like fight against Peanut and stuff. So
but there is one mild concern. Granted, it might be lessened with 3 of us working together on some of the SCPs. Will that trigger Abby's PTSD if one catches us completely off
Quite
guard?
potentially, yeah.
yes, quite
I've been
potentially.
fascinated with SCPs, and I will not play that game because I know better.
I'm gonna say that you'll know when Abby walks into the other room and starts beating my ass.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, was that enough to trigger Abby's PTSD? Just hear.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Well, we'll be right back. Cut to an ad break. As you just hear screaming in the background.
Cue the goat
Left.
noises.
Lev, stop! Lev, stop! It's me.
I gave you a burger once.
I thought we were friends. I gave you Wagyu.
Wagyu.
Was it
Don't
Wagyu?
mispronounce. Yeah, no, it's Wagyu.
My bad.
Okay.
I was trying to make it.
I
right.
mean, Kayla got that shit for like $40 at Sam's Club, a pound
Damn.
for Wagyu beef. Yeah, that's a fucking steal. Like that's Wagyu beef is expensive.
So,
Right.
Oh, we
Yeah,
could. Me and
let's,
Iggy could play the SCP, and Abby could just be the third one commenting on our absolute failures as.
Oh no,
No, I
I know
wouldn't be able to watch
enough
it.
about them.
Okay.
just to be on the safe side, I prefer not to watch things
Fair.
like that. Even.
Fair point.
Yeah, no, Lev was out, but like no one wants to trigger Lev. They all hate Lev. because of how impulsive he is.
It's not.
It doesn't seem that.
It's not necessarily impulsive. It's not necessarily impulsive. No, okay. Let me explain this as best I can. As not Lev, but I still can, understand some things that relate to Lev. It's not that he's impulsive. It's that pretty much all of the hate and anger that any of us have towards humanity for the shit that we've gone through, all past traumas and everything, it's all condensed into Lev. And so Lev just has an extreme hatred for humanity as a whole, and he will act on that. And that is where the problem is that Lev sits there and hates humanity to the point that he would actively try to trigger an extinction event if he could.
I know this, having talked to him, so
but he's not, because we live here.
Also, I think Michael was out at one point and didn't want to state it was Michael, and just was like, I'm Lev. It was, I want to say a month to 3 weeks ago, because Lev normally doesn't feel the phantom pain from the wounds, but Lev was feeling all of it from what he said, and it's just he's limping around, and
maybe I don't know about that.
All right,
it's all good.
I do not know about that. But yeah, no, you're right. Usually it is Michael that feels the phantom pains.
So
yes.
Being shot in the leg and arm.
Would you
Inside.
say that he's a big Kojima fan then?
I don't know what that means.
Metal Gear Solid 5. The Phantom Pain.
I'm at a loss here.
I don't even understood why they called it that.
But at the same time, it's completely understandable because the events of Metal Gear Solid,
right? Still fresh for Michael and those that feel.
No. It's just storyline wise, just talking about it storyline wise. In the game series.
Oh.
The last one to actually the last canonically one to happen was Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, in which at the end of that story, Snake and please tell me you guys heard that.
Yeah, I heard a quite little. Hold on, where's my sounds? Where's the cheer?
Somebody's getting late tonight.
Jesus Christ.
I told her to do it in the podcast and she fucking did it. But no.
As Richard just plays the audio clip of a crowd cheering or whatever.
Woo!
We'll do it one more time then.
So,
stop. No, not you. The sounds. It just goes. There's no stop button.
Yeah, I know, it's normal. But no, my Metal Gear Solid Pain Walker is, the end of it is that everybody gets shot off of the helicopter. Like an RPG hits it. And so there's this dude in Metal Gear Solid.
That's just what a helicopter needs.
Yeah, no. Well, Metal Gear Solid Pain, Phantom Pain, right? Is about this random ass dude getting them back together because they fucking lived.
Oh.
So
I guess I never reached.
I'm gonna say this right now. Do you understand how hard it is to survive a helicopter crash from an RPG hit?
Look, we're
aware.
I get it, but
it's unrealistic as fuck.
I know, but it's a video game.
It's unrealistic. It's unrealistic to have one person survive, let alone everyone survive.
Look, at least they're all like missing limbs. All right.
Okay, kind of. That makes it kind of better, but still.
Look, you play as Snake, Solid Snake, by the way. The original, the OG, the fucking big dick bastard, right? In Phantom Pain. And he is missing his arm. And then his best friend that was there throughout all of the other Solid, Snake games, all the other Metal Gear Solid games, is there, but he's missing an arm and leg. And like part of the whole thing is about like stopping nuclear war and continue to do like the job you were doing despite missing everything. And one of the game mechanics is that you can fire off your fucking arm, your prosthetic arm, as a like rocket arm, and it like just knocks everybody down.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, you have to aim it though, so.
Fair.
So like I'm telling you, like it's not. I'm not stating it's realistic. I'm just stating that it's like.
Well, it's also it's a game. It's not. The moment that people sit there, like even people that are like, "Oh, Call of Duty," realistic shooter. No, it's not.
Nope.
Closest
It's
that we
not.
probably got to the emotional standard of actually dealing with war is what is that game? I have it
Spec
bought
Ops
on
Line?
Steam. Yeah, The Line. There you go. Not even like good gameplay, just like Spec Ops The Line is considered the most realistic like third-person shooter out there. And it's because of the emotional feelings you play getting through the game. So
I would say, at least from the experience that I know of, that when it comes to like the emotions, like the bond, the brotherhood, and everything that you deal with like combat and everything, Star Wars Republic Commando.
yeah, no,
Play that.
understandable. No, that
Yeah.
game's actually fucking amazing.
Because you play as a Republic Commando squad, a squad of 4 brothers, and you end up like one of them ends up, in the end, one of them ends up, you don't know if they go missing, if they're captured, if they're dead, you don't know, but it hits you hard.
Because you actually have to interact with them.
Because you
finish the
interact
game.
with them, you get to know the characters. You have like you don't have a choice. You get to know them very well, and they are very important to you. And so, if you have any kind of like ability to form attachments at all with characters, you are going to get very attached to all of these characters. And then, holy shit!
Spec Ops: The Line is about being a normal person and committing war crimes, and how much it actually like draws a bad part of your soul out. And it's really, really good. I mean, I own the game. I haven't played all the way through it, but like I've watched playthroughs of it, and it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It's not like playing a game, it's more like watching a movie. Honestly.
I mean, not necessarily even just like committing war crimes, but even just being in a war zone in any way.
Yeah, that's
it hits you different.
Because
people like to sit there and movies like to sit there and make it out as if soldiers are just sitting there fucking around all the time, and then they go out and they shoot people up, and then you come back to base and it's back to chill. No, it is so much more than that. And it's like, don't get me wrong, is there times where you're at base and you're trying to relax and have a little bit of R&R or something? Sure, of course. But at the same time, there's a lot of trauma with it, and it's not just like nothing. Like you sit there, for instance, our soldiers overseas right now, like in the Middle East, they sit there and they have to build relationships with the locals. Not
Mhm.
like partly because that's part of their mission, but also partly because that's how they try to stay alive. You build a good enough reputation with the locals will tip you off when a terrorist group is
Mhm.
coming at you. But if you have a bad relationship with them, if your commanding officer is a dickhead, pisses off the locals, they're not going to give you any heads up. Instead, they're going to help that organization attack you. And so they sit there and they form these attachments with people, and sometimes it doesn't pay off, and you end up seeing, there was a instance actually recently that I know of, that a boy that the soldiers had like befriended, like a 10-year-old boy, got convinced by a terrorist cell to walk up to one of the soldiers as a suicide bomber and blew them up right in front of the guys that had befriended him. Shit like that happens, and that's not what's shown or advertised. People don't get to know that, hey, this is what you're gonna, that's some of the stuff that you may have to deal with. They don't talk about that, and I feel like it should be talked about, because
and that's what Spec Ops: The Line actually like brings up, though. Like, I mean, like in the actual game story, like you befriend the locals, and then the locals
we should bomb Mars. Excuse you, Chris? Mars is already uninhabitable as is. We don't need to make it worse.
But no, like in Spec Ops: The Line, like you befriend the locals, and then the locals get gassed.
Yeah.
By America. And it's just like you sit there and go like,
typically use gas anymore.
But it's still like the same kind of thing that happens. Like she gets drone striked.
If I recall, and they were just like, "Oh, we got no choice. Let's do this." And then...
Yeah, and like we got no choice. We can't clear out the whatchamacallits, the terrorists, quote unquote, from the actual civilians. So we might as well just gas and bomb them all. And it's just like, you sit there and it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that game the actual soldiers, like the group of soldiers that you actually play as in the game, sit there and go like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they start actually trying to stop this from happening, because it's not worth it. It's not worth what happens. And Spec Ops: The Line is a fucking amazing game. And the load screen actually changes the more you get into the story, because it shows a fully built American flag, all 50 stars, everything, and it gets more tattered the longer you go through the storyline campaign. And it's not that I'm trying to sit and say America's complete shit. It's what I'm saying is what we're doing overseas is not okay.
Some of the things we do, definitely, yeah. I'm not gonna sit there and paint an ideal picture. I definitely think, don't get me wrong, there are some things that America does that is helpful to the world, of course, but at the same time, a lot of it also can be detrimental. I just think when it comes to the military, America has a tendency of idolizing our soldiers in a way that is not beneficial to those soldiers, because we sit there and we glorify dead and dying soldiers, which, don't get me wrong, honor the dead for sure, but we take it to a point where if you come back as a wounded soldier and get discharged or whatever, you don't get that same type of honorific treatment. Instead, you kind of just get tossed to the side. That's why
I'm gonna state that when I moved to Indiana and seeing the signs in Warsaw, right, about the hometown heroes, right, I'm not shit talking that. Just that's the first time. That's the most that I've ever seen veterans getting displayed. Like I'm not shit talking like it at all. Like veterans should be like held up to some extent, but like I grew up in Minnesota. I never saw that kind of shit. Like, it's not that they shouldn't be held up. It's that it was just different, honestly. And like in Minnesota, it's like you get a lot more consistent. Oh, if you show your military ID, then you're given free food. Honestly. But like, when I saw the stuff that was going on in Warsaw, I was like really weirded out by it. And it kind of gave me the impression that like a lot of our military comes from the state, in my own personal viewpoint.
Kind of. I'm not saying a lot of it is from the state, but there's a steady supply of recruits, definitely.
Yeah, and
but
so
no, like the reason that I have an issue with things like that is like, okay, so we sit there, we honor our hometown heroes. The the fallen hometown heroes are honored on Veterans and Memorial Day. But yeah, I know for a fact, because I know the man, there is a homeless vet in Warsaw that is missing an arm, or his hand and part of his forearm and a leg. And he is a homeless veteran in that city.
So it's hypocrisy.
And the reason he is homeless is because the amount of money that he gets from the VA isn't enough for him to rent anything. He can't live off it, and he can't work a job because he's missing an arm and a leg. And so this dude is a homeless veteran that is pretty much tossed aside.
It's messed up.
And yet we sit there and we're hanging up flags of the soldiers that died in the same war as him.
Hypocrisy.
And it just it's kind of sickening.
No, don't say it's kind of sickening.
It's very sickening.
Actually sickening, because like that dude lost his fucking arm and leg serving your fucking country, right? And you're holding
the least we could do is take care of him.
Yeah. Like
don't get me wrong, it would be one thing if it was like, oh, okay, like some veterans come back, they fall into bad habits because they don't adjust properly, and they end up falling into the pit of drugs or alcohol. And some people try and sit there and be like, oh, well, they're just wasting their the benefits on
you don't know what
drugs and alcohol. That's not how you should approach that at all. They went through some trauma and they needed help, and instead of getting the help that they needed, they wound up turning to drugs and alcohol because they couldn't deal with what they went through, what they saw over there. And people sit there and shame them for it.
Yeah, honestly, like that's what I find so fucked up about the entire situation.
We're delving back into like
political
stuff that's
political stuff, but like at the same time, this stuff is like it's less of a talk about
we're not saying here like Democrats or Republicans. It's just, hey, this is something kind of messed up in our society as a whole.
Yeah, which is that's more okay than like
I think
divisive shit.
That when it comes to like the military, we definitely need to paint a clearer picture for those young impressionable recruits, because there were so many guys that I knew just in my training unit, let alone when I went overseas, where it was it's guys that they sit there and they got brainwashed kind of by like the recruitment videos and everything to make it think like, oh, it's some Call of Duty type shit, this is gonna be fun, and they weren't prepared at all. And the moment that combat first hits them, the moment that they first get into actual live fire combat, they freeze, they panic, they don't know what to do. Like their training doesn't kick in right away because they weren't properly prepared for it, because they were taught this glorified version of war, and war is not glorified at all. War should never be glorified. It is horrible. for both sides. And everyone involved.
I have to state that one of the dudes I went to basic with, his name was Alfaro. I don't know if he's alive or not, actually, because he actually ended up going into infantry. He like went through basic in Relax in Jackson, right? It's like, I want more of this structure, and went into basic, like, you know, what you went through. And he hasn't posted on his Facebook in years. I messaged him, and I know that he would check it because of me, because of when we were in Relax in Jackson, because like we got really close as friends. But I'm actually not sure if that guy's alive or not, because he went into infantry afterwards, and it's like a close friend of mine probably died over in combat, and it's like, he's the guy that actually got me to start learning Japanese. He was the guy that I talk about where he was actually homeless until he joined the military, where the only reason why he joined the military was so he can like sit there and be like, I have a home, I have a place here, because his family was so horrible to him that he started traveling on a motorcycle and just worked temp jobs over the country. And he would, and like, you know, I'm gonna put on my bicycle helmet, and I'm gonna take my bike off the road and fall asleep in a ditch. And that's what he said is like how he lived his life. And that was the dude who started teaching me Japanese, was Alfaro. I'll always remember his name.
The fucked up thing about situations like that is like,
he did it, and his family couldn't steal anything. Like, yeah, honestly.
But like you're saying pretty much he was homeless before he joined the military. So pretty much he joined the military because of, you know, not having other options. And I know for a fact of people where they sit there and they, you know, they're in a bad situation. They were raised in a situation where like they didn't have much options in life, and their best chance of like getting out of like a bad neighborhood or like some of the young like teens that grow up in like gang neighborhoods join the military solely to try and escape the gang life. And it's like the fact that we don't try to help people like that get away from things like that, and instead we make it so that it's just your only option is either stay in those situations or join the military and hope that you live through it, is seriously messed up, because it's kind of showing that our society is not caring about the members in the society, or at least most of the members.
Also, Chris, yeah, I read your messages. Just I was stating my own
focused on full all the military funding go to NASA. Get us off. There was actually I think Abby mentioned this to Iggy.
Yes.
Hyphen. If you take 30% of the budget of America, right, which is not even all of the military budget, because our military budget is out of fucking control. But if you took 30% of the total U.S. annual budget, we would have that would fund a colonization of the largest moon of, I believe it's Jupiter, Typhon. A colony of 400 people could be settled there for that price.
Yeah,
and it would be a colony that is expected. Now, obviously, there's some things that they can't predict that could happen, but that is expected to be enough to have a self-sustaining colony.
As you talk about this, Killing Floor 2 had an Interstellar update.
Wow, well then.
Zombies.
What had the Interstellar update?
Killing Floor 2.
I think I have it in the Epic Game Store library somewhere.
Fuck that, dude. Killing Floor 1 is the only one that's worth it. Honestly.
I think I also have that somewhere, but I'll have to check.
Also, yes, Chris, they have found habitable planets and planetoids. Or at least what they expect or estimate to be
it's
habitable.
It's light years away,
but
and we don't have that travel.
Well, no, it's not necessarily even light years away. It's whether it's fully habitable, because it's what they're classifying as habitable is, are they detecting the potential of an atmosphere? Are they detecting the potential for liquid to be on the surface of the planet, or even just under the surface? That is what they're looking for. Whereas, like, in our own solar system, we actually already have we have
3?
one other place that is confirmed to have liquid on the surface, and that is Typhon.
But it's liquid methane.
However, it is liquid methane,
Hey,
not liquid water. Also on there,
you wanna light it, like,
the
can I-
average temperature is -200. However, it has its own atmosphere that is strong enough to protect any settlers from cosmic radiation, everything.
Blah, blah,
And
blah.
it is
So we
enough
have to
that,
make,
like, you would.
Can I say something though?
Sure.
You literally would need to I need to run the faucet, and then you have to be scared of whether or not somebody lights up a smoke 200 feet away.
Well,
So
no,
we probably have
obviously we're not gonna have our
cities or something.
faucets. But no, like setting up a colony over there, it's literally there is ice under the surface that they can, be turning into their water supply. They will obviously have to have oxygen tanks, because the air there currently isn't breathable, but it could be terraformed potentially.
Yeah. I wasn't saying that couldn't be terraformed. No. It's horrifying.
However,
to think of the idea.
There is one other kind of fucked up thing about it. There's two things kind of tied into one. The gravity there is 14% of what is here.
Oh god, we would melt.
You can literally, if you strapped on a wingsuit, like one of the glider wingsuits, for skydiving, you could not exit the atmosphere, but you could literally fly around. It's pretty much like the gravity essentially of being on the moon. So like Neil Armstrong, you see him bouncing around. It's like that. But again, it's very fucking cold. But tied in with that, that also means, mind you, it does rain on Typhon. However,
it rains.
The rain falls really slowly.
Sick.
Because the gravity is lessened. So it is super fucking slow-mo rain. However, here's the terrifying factor with that. You know how a normal raindrop here on Earth is tiny water drops normally? Some of those raindrops on Typhon can get the size of a car.
So go for a swim when it's raining. Dive right through that motherfucker.
So you wouldn't want to be out there, because it also, some of it is actual acid rain.
Oh.
And it'd be like going through a swim through methane.
Oh.
So but
it's all the liquid
when
that's on the planet so far.
But that's the thing, according to the
methane.
studies that NASA made, when it comes to what is easiest to settle a colony on in our solar system, Typhon is actually more viable than Mars is.
Also, is this the planet the Kalers are from?
What?
Yeah, because of all the methane gas.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I have to.
God damn it, that's a good one.
Okay, all right, that is.
But yeah, no,
it's gonna be an on-running joke.
This is gonna be the
now,
on-running
because-
joke for this podcast.
Welcome to the channel that talks all about Kayla's gas. What'd you have for lunch today? Beans. That's a 0.5 on the Richter scale.
Oh no, it's
Oh
if
my
I heater.
god.
No, honestly,
You
it's
like
if
to
I heater-
lighter and the whole room explodes.
No, honestly, like the thing that gets her going is anything with tomatoes
What?
or dairy products. So-
Tomatoes like one of the best vegetables.
I know she gets gas from them. Anything
Tomato
super
is a fruit.
like acidic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tomato is a fruit. It's for those that have intelligence. Wisdom is knowing not to put tomato in a fruit salad.
You're fucking lying there, right?
You put
Mhm.
tomato in your fruit salad?
With strawberries.
I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Just go try.
Do you
it.
want to know why I was so on top of that with tomato being a fruit?
Of course.
Because of a clip earlier about it was one of the like events with what is it? Sam and Dean Winchester.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
Tell
no. They were asked what would your final meal be, and one of the other characters in the cast said pizza with pineapple on it, and is it Sam or
Curse.
Dean? Which one of them? The shorter hair.
I think Dean.
Just state what they
Dean.
said, and I can tell you.
They sat there and were like, fruit doesn't belong on a pizza, and then the long-haired one was like, tomatoes a fruit, and he's like, don't you bring that bullshit up here with me.
Yeah, no, 100%. Dean was the one arguing.
Yeah, no, it was fucking great.
Tomato pie? I don't know about tomato pie.
No, we're not going to talk about like any pies made out of these foods.
Okay. But slightly while we have a lull, and sorry for the slight redirect, but we are 4 minutes short of 3 hours at this point.
Yeah, we need to wrap things up.
Alright.
All right.
Plus, I have plans with B apparently.
Ooh, and Nikki's about to be taken by Born. Forcefully.
Yeah.
I guess. All right.
Forcefully.
He didn't know.
taken by
He didn't notify me.
Yikes! It just sounds very.
I'm probably
I'm
gonna
just
go
gonna-
make some food and be in call with him. So, all right, everybody have a nice one. Hope it was entertaining.
Indeed.
Yeah, hopefully this was entertaining enough, and hopefully we can keep
Do it
this
again.
going.
Yeah. Next week or the week
Hopefully we
after.
can make it semi-regular.
Yeah. We'll have to really. It'll be easier to narrow it down when I'm not having all this free time, probably, and we'll all be free on the weekends or something for a night.
Like honestly, dude, you need to like set a specific date and time, and then I would be able to be like, all right, I'm okay with this shit.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
We
Especially
just
given
need
the
a
shape.
specific date and time to try and stick with a schedule.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we could shoot for.
This is also why I haven't
Chris-
streamed in like 2 weeks.
Chris, I doubt you'll be on the next one. Chris,
Tuesdays.
you are I love you to death, but you are the most unpredictable person.
He might
So
be better. I could bring up my voice mod and see if I can't bleep him out when I hear some stuff coming and send me a signal.
It's
when
gonna be-
I'm
it's
playing.
gonna be-
we just sit here and have a 5-minute long beef just going.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, you've been on a podcast before? That's kind of dope.
Oh, all
He
right.
has a filter. He just chooses not to use it when we ask him to.
Heat of the moment. Potato, tomato.
All right. Well,
It's
yeah.
potato padildo. Excuse you.
Padil? Oh, you almost got me. You almost got me.
No, it's from Archer.
Oh, okay.
I know.
In Archer, that's what they say instead of potato. It's straight up. They always say potato.
So
potato.
Louise, walk out once we on this. Finally, Jesus Christ, it's like a bunch of good
Why?
friends. Because like I don't know what to make for dinner.
Those are dope podcasts. Go check them out. But
Walk out.
anyways,
All right.
so long, everybody.
See all of you.
Yeah.
До свидания.